I turn the slab. Anyways, outside of Courage the Colored Dog references, hello everyone, welcome back to Malice Reacts. We are behind. It's been a chaotic week. Like, everything in outside of being on YouTube has been just a royal mess. Just constantly roadblocks and weird things in the way, and it should finally be calming down this week. We should have more or less regular hours and all that good jazz. There should be nothing throwing a monkey wrench into everything now. Knock on wood. I actually have some around me. We should finally get things rolling here. I want to try and get 2 reaction videos done today. This one from last week, and the next one will be the Twin Paranormal from this week. So, without further ado, let's head on over here, make sure it's on the right one. Okay? Not sure if OBS is on the right one, but we'll have a look. Ah, yes, it does seem to be working. All right, so not Twin Paranormal. That's the next one. Paranormal Files: Inside Detroit's Abandoned Murder Hoods. Very dangerous true crime documentary. And paranormal. I was gonna say I'm gonna raise the thought that they're probably gonna try and do some paranormal researching just to see, because apparently hefty murders and so forth. They've gone to places where a lot of bodies have been dumped before. There was a really eerie one way back when, which made me a big fan. And I'm hoping that this is going to be something very similar to that, where they'll do a nice, really good, really detailed history of the place, including people who have had eyewitness have been eyewitnesses to stuff that happened here, and hopefully some interesting paranormal hunting. So without further ado, let's go.
Detroit still has the highest violent crime
Friggin'
rate
Detroit.
of any major U.S. city.
It looks like a typical neighborhood street in Detroit. It's also a crime scene where a local grandmother's home was targeted.
A triple shooting on Detroit's east side. The shooting happened in an alley. Police say that 3 men were shot and 1 died at the scene.
We have several people shot. We need a unit to make this location. We have 1 shot in the head. Also be advised, there's still an active shooter. Use caution making that location.
This is far from the first time a horrific accident like this has happened in Detroit so far this year. 18 kids under the age of 17 have been shot so far in 2023.
Type the words into any search bar. Today's headlines: around the world, Detroit leads the nation in violent crime.
On March 19th, Nancy's body was found here in this vacant house on Coventry near East State Fair.
There's just too many murders with women happening around here. It's crazy.
With so many more abandoned homes surrounding theirs, they can't help but wonder if there's more dead bodies inside those homes.
A man's body was found this morning at an abandoned home 3 days after he was reported missing.
Another child has been shot in Detroit, the 3rd in as many days. An 11-year-old boy and his dad hit by bullets on Father's Day.
Disturbing discovery is fueling neighborhood fear tonight. Police found a body in an abandoned home, and now people who live in the area want the city to do something about the blight that surrounds them.
Serial killer D'Angelo Martin murdered multiple women across Metro Detroit, and he hid their bodies in abandoned homes.
Tonight, the feds say they have busted a violent drug gang that was operating in a Detroit neighborhood.
Nearly 1,000 gang members arrested in the U.S., and nearly 90 of them in the Detroit area with ties to gangs such as the Latin Counts, Folk Nation, and Serranos.
We're trying to build and develop in the city of Detroit. If y'all not helping that, y'all have been put on notice. We're not going for that no more.
A local man making and selling flamethrowers right here in Metro Detroit, and it's all legal.
Day in and day
Ooh,
out,
you better watch yourselves. They're gonna arm the locals with flamethrowers.
Out in the open, near homes, in the street, close to the school. According to the federal indictment, it was an elaborate setup with abandoned homes.
How's your docket these days?
My docket is very, very busy.
And what's it busy with?
It's busy with mostly gun cases.
Legalize flamethrowers.
Tell me you don't want to go.
All right, man.
Yeah. What's up? I'm Ross Capicchione, and this is a story about the time I was shot 3 times and left for dead when I was 17. What happened was, when I was a junior in high school, a friend of mine growing up in the same neighborhood asked me for a ride down to his uncle's house to get some shit that he left there, like And he said he had some books, some clothes, you know, just nonsense. And I denied him at first because I didn't want to drive down to that like certain area, but he kept asking me. And little did I know it was like a setup between him and another friend of mine or a kid we knew from the neighborhood, like out where I lived, that they were going to try to kill me. So eventually, it was like 2 or 3 months after he originally asked me, he called me and asked me to take him, and I wasn't doing anything, so I said sure. So when we drove down there,
excuse me,
we pulled up, and we like kind of were in like this alley, but it was like an alley with a backyard to a house in it. And at first I was like, all right, man, I'll just wait for you real quick. And he was like, no, let's go. So we hopped out, and we were getting out. I was just like looking around, and then all of a sudden I heard like a gunshot, and I looked down and my like arm was like hanging off, and I looked up, and then the dude was just staring at me with the gun, and I guess the fight or flight kicked in, so I ran towards him, and then he shot me in the chest. And then when I was on my knees from getting shot in the chest, I dropped down, and I remember he put the gun to my head, and my whole like life flashed before my eyes. And I like seeing all like the good stuff to remember. And then after that moment, like I still felt the barrel on my head, so I like swatted it away. And like he shot the gun, so he shot me in the head, but it didn't like blow my head off or anything. It just kind of like
grazed,
took a piece of it off. So after that, I remember I could still see. So I was like, all right, that's good for me. I know my head's not blown off. So I like kind of got in a tussle with the guy as much as I could while I was like hanging there, and eventually somehow like he ended up smacking me in the face with the gun, the butt of like the end of the gun, and then I ended up on my back, and he took my keys out of my pocket and ran away, and like I watched my vehicle drive away. So I was kind of left there, and I remember I was talking to myself the whole time, and I was telling myself, hey man, you gotta try to get up. You gotta try to get up. And like, if you think about what I just been through, it's like impossible to get up. So I remember I tried as much as I could, and then the whole time that was going on, I had this like really strong desire to fall asleep. And every time I would like fall asleep, all the pain would go away. So it'd like feel good. But then my, a voice in my head would be like, hey man, does it make sense to you? You just got shot and now it feels good to fall asleep, like you're dying. So like, there was one of those times where I like came back to reality, and I felt like someone picking me up off the ground, like from under my arms. And I thought it was the dude like coming back to like get me or something, because I remember I was like trying to like swing my arm and like feel who it was, but there was no one behind me. And once I was like lifted up, I got like a really strong shove from behind, like someone pushed me, like, and I walked about 250 feet like straight. And mind you, when I'm walking through this like backyard alley, there's houses on the left and like a building on the right. So I'm in the back of the building. So on the front of the building is a major road, and then on the other side's a backyard. So when I'm walking through this alleyway, I get to the end of the building and like the grass, and I fall to another main street, like straight to my face. And then I remember when I fell down that time, I was telling myself, all right, bro, you're good. You went as far as you can. Like, you fought. Like, just, like, let that sleep feeling kick in. Little did I know, it's the exact moment, like, I fell, like, straight down like a tree when you cut it. Like, poof. There happened to be an off-duty police officer driving on that main road going westbound. And where I fell out was another cross street, so there was like a traffic light, and he had the green light. So like, if you think about it, when you're driving on the road and you get a green light, how often do you look right or left when your light's green? So he looked to the right at the exact same time that I fell. He thought someone was playing a joke. He kept driving. He turned around after like 2 miles because he's like, I gotta go check that out, because I remember when I fell down,
damn right,
I told myself, hey bro, just get that rest in. So I started to fall asleep, and I remember like I would pass out and I'd be like, man, that feels so good, like to sleep. And I'd be like, yo, wake up. And it'd just be like, when I'd wake up and like regain consciousness, it'd be like I don't know if anyone's shot a gun with not having an ear protection in, but yes, waking up to that ringing and I couldn't see nothing, just like blurry because I lost so much oxygen and shit. And I passed back out a little bit, and then like one of the times I woke up, I heard, hey man, you're all right, bro, I'm coming. And I like heard this guy run up, and then I felt him like grab me, and he was holding me, and he was like, you're gonna be all right, bro. He's like, you still look real good, don't you worry. And then he's like, I called the ambulance, and I like faded out. And then when I heard ambulance, like I kind of faded back in, and it was so crazy. I heard like the littlest wee like from so far away, and I could hear it getting louder and louder and louder. Then it was like right there. I've heard everything, and then I felt them. I can't see. I can just only hear it and stuff because I lost all my sight from the oxygen loss from getting shot in the chest and probably blood loss. But I could hear everything. And they're like, I just, I could hear him saying, like, I found him, I don't know, blah, 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 there's no, so I remember getting in the ambulance, and they give you whatever, saline, whatever, to get shit flowing. I started to be able to see again. And I remember, like, I got my vision back, and I was, like, looking up into the top of the ambulance, and the EMT or whatever staring at me, like I remember looking at me, like, what the fuck? So I can only imagine what I looked like. But when I looked at him, I noticed, man, a little, not even a laser pointer dot of light, like smaller than that, like a pin prick of light on the top of the thing. And as soon as I like looked at it, like it zoomed over into the center of the ambulance, and all of a sudden I started to like have an out of body experience where I like was coming out of my body, like floating up. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever like hallucinated or heard about that shit, like having that like takeoff effect. That's what I started to feel like. It felt like I was alive, but I wasn't in my body. And I remember I was like going up towards the light, and I remembered I was like, man, you should look at yourself and see what you look like, because I felt like I could move, you know what I mean? But I was just like going upwards, but I was like laying down on my back. It's the best way I could describe the feeling.
All right.
And when I was like, no, I'm good, it's like the light got bigger, and I went shooting up there like a rocket, and it was all like tunnel, like G-force going through a light, and I still felt like myself. I remember I was like in the tunnel, like, what the f***, dude? Like, I feel like me, but really not here. So blasting through that light beam, it like switched it boom to a scene where I was third person skating through the parking lot of the hospital of where they're bringing me. Like basically like just cutting through like, on my board. And I noticed like the ambulance fly up, and then like people running out, and then like they're starting to bring the stretcher out. And it's like my feet come out first, and it's my legs and like my body. And then right when it gets to my head, boom, black. And then I woke up from that, just change of scene. So like the tunnel, the change of scene, me in a whole nother dimension, but seeing me, so like reincarnated at that point, and so to someone else or something else, and then boom to like waking up or like old school TV, like that black and white pixelated screen when the channel don't work, kind of waking up to seeing that foggy like vision, but being like alert, like shit, am I dead? And this is what it's like pixelated. And then it kind of like fizzled from pixelated to where I could see like shadows, and I could hear like beep, 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 and then all of a sudden another change of scene real fast. Full fucking vision, got this lady just staring at me, to which I remember it was like looking like the most beautiful woman you could ever see, just because waking up to that, the first sight, and it's like they're on like what they call like they're watching me because I'm on a ventilator, so obviously it's just someone doing their job, you know what I mean? But they're like making sure they're watching you. So when I woke up, they probably couldn't believe that I was waking up, so she was like, and I'm like, all right, dude, I could do this. This is happening. And then they like really kicked in, and she's like, holy shit, he's up. And then like she ran out the room, and it all kicked in. I'm tied down to the bed. I got the ventilator in. I'm freaking out because I'm breathing on my own, and that's pumping oxygen into my lungs to keep me alive, because they gave me 24 hours on that ventilator. If I didn't start breathing on my own, they were just going to pull it because there was like no hope, So I remember this one doctor ran in, she came flying in, bro. She threw her shit, knocked it all off the table. I was like, what's going on? She's like, holy shit, bro. You're okay. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Pulled it out. I'm like, whole thing. I like leaned over, like hugged up, like, I remember, bro. It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. There's like chunks of everything in it. I'm like, breathing. They're like asking me all these questions. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? And they're like, you've been shot, you're fine. We can't believe you woke up. This is incredible. And I'm thinking like, what the f? And they asked me everything. What's your name? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, what year is it? I'm like, I have no idea. They're like, what's the president? Do you know where you are? And they're like, all right, we'll try, do you know any kind of number we can like call someone and tell them? I was like, I shouted out my dad's whole phone number, area code and everything. They're like, can you do that one more time? And I said it the second time. They're like, what's that phone number? I'm like, what the f are you talking about, phone number? So shout out to my dad for getting that call because they didn't know where I was at for 3 days.
Oh, Lordy.
And my parents knew I was shot, but the police couldn't tell them like what, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have a body. They just said there was rumors that he's been shot, but we can't. So shout out to my parents because I'm a dad now. I couldn't imagine going through 3 days like not knowing where your kid's at and then getting the call. Because I remember when they first got to the hospital, my mom ran in. I'm like, please don't be mad at me. She's like, mad at you, bro? You're kidding me? And then like the cops came and I'm like, what the fuck are the cops doing here? Like, how the cops here already like?
Yeah, you didn't do anything.
Well, not that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like detective cops, not just like officers. Like, hey, we helped you. You know what I mean? It's like, how are the cops here when like I didn't even like tell my parents who did it or nothing, you know what I mean? And like cops came, dude, and they already had a picture of like the shooter. I'm like, how'd you get that? And they're like, hey, you know this guy? And they said it. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, interesting enough, the day that guy shot me, he called that kid and said, yo, we just shot Ross and we're gonna chop his body up and put it in an abandoned house later. Like we finished the mission. So after they hung up, that kid, the shooter told his parents, and the parents called the police. So that's what happened. So like while I was in a coma, the SWAT team went and got that kid because of that other kid like ratting on him. So I didn't know till I woke up. Which thank God that one kid ratted because then the shit might have never ended the same for me. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people say like, oh, you should have got revenge and blah, blah. It's like, first of all, till you live shit like that and when you're not like a gangster, like living that lifestyle, it's a little different growing up in the suburbs to go like get retaliation in a drive-by shooting. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that shit. No. And the police already had the guy in custody, so it's like, they told me like, hey man, you don't have to say anything. You can say that's not the guy and he can walk free, but bet your ass when he goes missing, we're coming right back to this house. First person is you and your family. Because my grandpa said, no, you don't know the guy. You know, you don't go to court, it's okay. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. He's like, oh no, we can't. I'm like, no, we can't. Like, trust me, so it's like, that was like my one getting my life back was like the lottery, but for the dude to snitch on the other guy before I even had the chance to come out of a coma was like another God being like, f those guys. Like, another one for Rossi, you know what I mean? Because I didn't do nothing to deserve that. We weren't buying drugs. Like, even if we were buying drugs, which everyone, whatever. Even if it was whatever, who deserves to get shot and left like that for no reason? Like, what, because we were buying weed or something? It's like, come on, bro. You guys are crazy. That was some psychological shit that they had. Dude had some problems. Especially he's only 15 years old.
Damn.
Who thinks about doing that at 15?
Lordy.
I was 17 and I was what the fuck? But basically that, man.
Kids are effed up these days.
That's what really happened. That's kind of like the nutshell of it. I mean, there's a lot more, though, that's happened with like spiritual shit I've encountered.
Yeah, I do have a couple questions. So, what
Can you explain the reasoning why you were shot? Like, what was
The reasoning I got from the detectives, it was like a gang thing for him. That's what they told me. It was like his initiation was to try to kill someone.
Alright. Now, how close
Demented.
were you with him?
Like
were you guys friends?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, now listen to this now. Like I said, 15 and 17. So when I met him, he was like a child, like 8, and we were kids. His grandma moved him out of the inner city out to where we lived at. So when we grew up, he was in our neighborhood. So when we played football or played baseball or skateboard, we'd be like, yo, you can hang with us, you know what I mean? So that's how we grew up. But like in high school, we kind of got, separated because I was on my own stuff and he was on his own stuff. And he got like in trouble and expelled from school. I didn't even know. And for like fighting. And he like was fighting a group of my friends. And I remember he was like, you got my back or some shit. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? These are my friends. Like, why are you guys fighting? Like, no, I'm good. And I think that's what started it. Because I remember when I'd see that other kid he told, like around or like go to the gas station, the kid would run away and hide. I'm always wondering, like, why the f is he acting so weird around me? Like, hiding from me, like running. Like, literally running and hiding. I'm thinking, what the f is wrong? All the time he knows what the plan is. He thinks I know. Motherfucking cowards, guys. Those guys are bastards.
So where is he now? How long was he in jail for, and where is he now?
He was in prison for 16 years, and now I don't know where he's at.
But he's out of prison now.
Supposedly.
So.
And I'm sorry. I only hope that he's, you can only hope that he's changed his ways and
Facts.
wants to better himself. Because you think about it, he was in prison a year longer than he was actually alive. And from 2007 till now, a lot's fucking changed. A lot's changed in that 16 years. So it's going to be good luck. It's a big adjustment.
Might be a weird question, but do you ever want to ask him why'd you do that?
No.
You never want to see him again.
I would be better off not to see him. You know what I mean?
So, this is really interesting. I read a whole book called The Third Man Factor about people who are near death, and they report like 9/11. This person was in the South Tower, and they felt a hand grab them and rush them out of the building right before it collapsed. And that's exactly
Bro,
what
the third man. That's what I was hearing myself. Like, Rossi, come on, bro. You can't lay on the ground. You got to get up. And then, that feeling of that person picked me up, that was real talk. Like, I could feel that. Like, I felt something. I mean, I can explain this. Hands grab me, pick me up, and push me. And it seemed like someone above was like, all right, if I push this kid hard enough, this guy's going to be driving. You know what I mean? It's weird. And the craziest thing is the 5th day I got released from the hospital, I came out the exact doors I seen when I was at the skating through. And I never been to the hospital. I was born in Detroit, but I was born at another hospital, not St. John's. So my mom, she was pushing me out in the wheelchair. And I'm like, turn me around real quick. She's like, what's up? And she turned me around. I looked at the front. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. She's like, what? And I'm like, I was here. She's like, well, duh, this is the hospital. I said, no, Mom. I was here when they were bringing me in when I was dead. This parking lot, I skated through it. She was like, what the fuck? 'Cause I was dead on arrival. They didn't call it that no more, but I was DOA. I had no oxygen, no blood flow, no heartbeat. Duh.
So do you think that was God, some sort of angel?
Yeah, it was, I believe in God, you know what I mean? Like the creator. There's if it's a dude or whatever, but that fucking God is real. Whatever it is, that shit's real, bro. And it was definitely watching. Because I'll tell you this story's about to just break everything, though, and get you really wondering.
Yeah.
So I got released after 5 days, right? Which people think is crazy, but the nurse that was working with me told me, bro, you gotta leave. You'll get sicker in the hospital because you're not outside. You're not getting stronger. He's like, don't get scared, bro. He's like, you already did this. He's like, don't. Just go home. And mind you, I have like a big ass wound in my chest still, and like a vacuum cleaner thing attached to it to like suck the wound from the inside out to close it. Got like 50 staples in my head, no, like a couple of my teeth missing from when he hit me. This crazy cast because they had to like reconnect my arm. You know what I mean? Oh, bro, that was some zombie shit. That, like, okay, see how I'm holding my arm out like that? When I got shot, this part was down.
Oof. Yeah, I can see the
Bone was
divot
out.
where that happened. Damn.
Oh yeah, like a fucking zombie arm, like that.
So when you were running through the...
Oh my god, imagine what the fucking guy seen when he's picked me up. Bro.
Jesus.
I guess my head was like 15 times the size because all the pressure and shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, brother. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's crazy shit. But, so I leave the hospital and I get pneumonia a couple days later and from the fluid draining in my lungs, so I have to go back to the same hospital I was at. But mind you, now that the detectives know this shit and everything, I'm under like protective gang watch and because there's cases of that hospital where people are like, oh, that's my brother, and they go up in there and they're ex-rivals and they shoot him right on the bed table, you know what I mean? So I had an alias, and no one knew my real name but the doctor working on me. Even the nurses didn't know.
Right,
so
right.
I had to go back to the hospital and they had to like do the alias and put me in like an area for like, you know, protection, you know what I mean? That's just that was their call. I just wanted to get in the hospital so I can get my pain meds to be able to breathe. So anyway, long story short, I get into this pediatrics unit. So it's like small beds and for like little kids that are not going to make it, you know what I mean? So there's only one baby up on that floor and me. So I get in the room, I finally get set up. I'm going through a lot of pain. I'm like miserable, I can't breathe. They finally helped me get some pain medication. I hit my little button, you know, feeling good now. You know, for sure, bro. You need it when you're in that much pain just to breathe. You know, you finally takes that little edge off where you can be like, you know. So I'm feeling good. I got my little TV thing. It's X Games Street Skateboarding. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, thank you, God. It's been working out for me. Like, you know what I mean? My mom's got a chair. She's getting sleepy. All of a sudden, do a little knock on the door. Here comes a maintenance guy with the outfit on the cart. Hey man, I gotta fix this like thermostat unit. I just gotta upgrade it real quick. Like it's gonna be a switch and a monitor. Right? Do you mind if I just get it done real quick? I know you've been going through a lot, bro. And I'm thinking, all right, whatever, bro. You know, I'm pretty high off this morphine. Go ahead. So he's working and trying to watch my thing, and I'm getting a little annoyed because he's like drilling and, you know, cleaning out, you know, nothing crazy. And my mom's just sitting there. He gets done and he's like, all right, I'm all done. And looks right at me. He goes, hey, so Ross, why did, you know, blank shoot you and why didn't blank tell you about it? I said, what'd you say to me? He's like, you heard me. He's like, well, I did. He named the shooter and named the accomplice. And he's like, why did they do that to you, bro? And I'm like, I didn't feel scared at that moment. I was just like, I don't know, man. He's like, I'll tell you why. He's like, because they didn't have God in their life and they were very evil people. And he like told me a story about he got shot by his best friend in the eye for his car, like back in the day, like in the 70s. And he survived and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know, God, I just wanted to let you know that God's got a special plan for you. He's like, I'm not sure like what it will be like in the end. He's like, it could be like to be the president one day, a doctor, a father, or just even like a good friend to someone like that just cares about you. He's like, just stay on your road, man. He's like, don't deviate no more with this, you know, stay true and, you know, God's, you know, got a plan for you, you know. And he's like, it's nice to meet you. And he walked out the room, and it's, mind you, it's like a door that big. So like he walked out, the nurse walked in. So they would have had to like kiss each other on the mouth. My mom's like, where'd the maintenance guy go? The lady goes, man, there's no one up here. She's like, no, the guy that just walked out of the room right before you walked in. And the lady's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, there's no one allowed up here. That's a pediatric, like, intensive care unit for, like, kids, and you are up here. So it's only me and the other nurse and, like, the doctor. My mom's like, no, the maintenance guy, Eric, that just walked out. And the lady's like, ma'am, there's no one up here. Maintenance guys, there's no one left your room. She's like, you're just tired.
That's a story.
And then my mom noticed that same night down at that little baby's room, which like a shadow figure like walk out the room, and that baby ended up passing away. Crazy.
Whoa. So who or what do you think that means?
That was like my guardian angel probably, or the proof that God wanted to show me. All right, you been questioning? Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, here you go.
Just
Besides
land
what
that
you
on your
already
lap, yeah.
experienced, you want the cherry on top? There's that guy to tell you. You know what I mean?
That's insane.
What do you want? Now, fast forward 16 years later, I got 3 kids. You know what I mean? It's like maybe that, you know, and I'm trying to inspire people to have faith and be hopeful, because the world's dark right now, bro.
That gave me chills.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Real
Whoa.
story.
That's crazy shit. That's the real shit, too.
So I guess, what changed in your life and your mentality after this whole thing happened? Like, what happened to you personally? Like, what message would you like to share with people?
Oh, you just gotta be thankful for everything. No matter what it is, you gotta be happy. Because every day's like not promised. That shit can, you can punch your ticket anytime, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And
Ain't
you
got
just
random
gotta
like
keep it
sit
real.
until excuse.
You gotta be nice to people. You gotta just, you gotta give it out in a good way, positive way. And then it's how it just keeps going in a circle. You know, life never stops. So if all you do is put out positive, how can you get shit back? You know what I mean? You can only get good vibes, good afterlife. You know what I mean? So that's just and staying thankful is the only way. You just got to I thank God, but whoever you want. Thank yourself, whatever. Just be thankful for everything. Even if it's not the best car or the best job, there's someone out there that's like, I wish I had that. So that's my advice. And look at it like that. If you tell yourself to look at it like that, it's just the power of the mind, bro.
My car is currently
You get
janked
that
up, and I
2
really
hours of
definitely
talking
need to
about this shit,
replace
'cause
it.
I went through a lot of
It
spiritual
has a lot of
shit to
other
get
issues,
myself
not
out
even
of, like,
visually, but
I
there's
used
a
to be
few
real
visual issues. Even
angry.
then, I still look at that thing and have a good
guy.
chuckle.
So after that accident, were you like not trusting anyone
No,
anymore?
never. My own parents, it's the weirdest thing. And my dad like, what am I, you don't trust me? Like, yeah. It's like, I can't explain that feeling, you know what I mean? And he'd be like, that sucks, you know what I mean? Because it's like, they were parents, bro. But it gets better now, like, I trust, like, you guys, you know what I mean? At first, I didn't trust the situation. I almost left, because I rang the doorbell and no one answered, and I'm like,
yeah,
this seems kind of shady. There's a car outside, there's a bunch of cameras, like, I'm out of here before I end up on the news. But, you know, like, anytime I sit in a restaurant, I'm facing the door. You know, if I'm going to a store with my kids, I'm watching everything. I don't like, you know, to be in line with like 3 or 4 people behind me. I'll step right the fuck out and get behind the last person. They'll look at me. I'll be like, all right, no problem.
So is that just like PTSD?
Oh, for sure. It's got to be, you know, then like the, you know, thoughts and shit, crazy thoughts. But it's very common with traumatic experience like that, especially like my shit was like gruesome shit, bro. Dude tried to blow my head off.
Do you have any like nightmares from it?
Yes, some crazy dreams, but I got a control over it. That's what I know I'm blessed with too. Like that was like one of the things I worked on is like to like be able to talk about it like this with you guys. And in the moment, it's like hard, you know, get choked up. It's because it's real shit, you know what I mean? And I'm a nice guy, you guys are nice guys, so it's like, you know, it hits. But it's like I'll leave here and be okay. It's not gonna be going home and be like, no one talk to me for the rest of the day. But yeah, it's there. I mean, do I forget the guy? No. I mean, am I like looking for him? No, dude, I got it. Please. Got shit to do with my life, bro. And I'm sure he does too, you know what I mean? I don't think, you know.
One more question. Is gang violence like that still a problem here?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a gangbanger, but like when I did some I did a TV show with the Oprah Winfrey Network. They came here. And we went actually to the location where I was shot, but they called the city and got like it shut down by the police.
Shut down,
so like the
watched.
whole like 4-block perimeter was like police with machine guns because they had their big cameras out there, and me and the host like walked through the actual alley. And when I was driving to the location with the police chief of the east side, his radio was going off and it was like, gunman gunman barricaded in house shooting at police with AK-47. He just like turned it down. He looked at me, he goes, that shit happens like 3-4 times a day, bro. I'm like, so.
Frick.
And that was like years ago. So
yeah.
I mean, Detroit's awesome. Like, I love the city. It's coming back, but the crime's probably a little bit down because, you know, we're doing better, but it still exists here. There's still a lot of like gangs. I'm not a gang banger, but I'm sure there's gangs down here for sure. Like, I got shot by someone trying to join a gang that I didn't even know they were in a gang. And I live 35 miles away from where the gang was at.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's the...
How far from here?
Like,
from where you got shot?
From right here? Yeah. Like 5 minutes.
Would you want to show us? Not get out the car?
We'll think about it, bro. Because it's like, I'm not kidding, it's dangerous area.
Gotcha. Oh, are we doing it? We're doing it from the vehicle? Because I totally would do it as long as we stay in the vehicle.
All right,
Getting out of the
guys,
vehicle is a
so
death sentence.
Right
It
now,
would definitely worry me.
Ross is taking us by the area where
Oh,
he was shot.
Is that Josh?
So we're gonna be driving by the house
boy,
that his
Josh
friend
in the
came out
back?
of. Yeah, he said that this is a really bad area, so he said he's not even gonna stop his truck. I mean, I don't
Looks like it,
blame
yeah.
him. I also want to state, we didn't ask him to do this. He offered to take us by to see it. So he seemed even nervous just about going back right now, middle of the day here in Detroit.
I'm surprised he's doing it for us after everything that happened. But it's like he said, he's over it now, you know? Look at that. Everything. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, pull up to him.
Right there is where they made me turn in left. So if you want, you can go up there and get a shot, but pull up. I'll stay right here. Follow me. Come here.
So he's saying this square on this corner is where I think they found him, right?
Yep.
Like right here. I'll pull up on the side. Oh, this is where they found him?
Mm-hmm.
They picked his body up. Jesus Christ.
So just right there in that
That's it,
alley?
about right third house down, right in the middle of that alley.
Where they found you?
No, I walked to the end of that building and fell on that street down.
Oh. Damn.
And that's the road that the cop was coming down, but going that way instead of the way we came. So when I came out the end of those buildings and fell, he was driving by and happened to see it.
Wow.
So that's what happened right there.
It's a lot different here, that was saying, than the other spots. Every neighborhood, everything's abandoned here.
Oh, bro, if you go up and drive around, I wouldn't recommend f***ing around too long over here.
Yeah.
But that's where it happened right there. I pulled my car in facing that way. I drove about, the third house down and parked. So from there all the way to the other end when I got picked up and pushed. So you could even, a good shot would be to get the shot like this, rolling on this street, and then turn left on Evanston and take it all the way down till it ends and make a left and see how far I really walked through that fucking alley.
Is that where you got shot?
Right there, in that alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overgrown now.
It looked like that when it happened.
Oh, wow.
How do you think anyone would have found me in there?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'll hit the block with you and then I'm gonna go home, but you guys do whatever you want. But it'd be a good shot to like show this end and then show how long it really was a walk to the next block. Be a shot, that'd be interesting.
Well, we'll follow you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and just so you guys can see.
So third house down.
Dang.
He's all bleeding out. And remember, his arm was hanging off.
Just hanging on, yeah.
You know, third house down all the way down here.
Yeah, so that means he started walking already here, trailing through all here still.
All the way down this way.
Wow.
Yep.
He walked all the way after.
Through that alley.
That means if he was found right here, the cop was, I'm assuming, was right around here.
All the way down
Right here. This is where I guess he was found?
Damn.
Because that means he came out here. That's when he dropped here and the cops came.
Yep.
Right here.
Cop
So
spotted
right
him, yeah.
here. Right there. So he dropped there. That's what he's saying. He got picked up.
Damn.
Dude, holy. So he dropped there. That's what he's saying. He got picked up.
Damn.
Right there. So he dropped there.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying. He got picked up.
Something weird
Damn.
background sound.
Dude, holy.
Something 5.
I think he's dipping now.
Yep.
Yeah. And he said it looked like this when he went through it.
Yeah, look at that. Imagine walking all the way from down there.
Through all that heavy brush with your arm hanging off.
Arm hanging off,
I think
shot
someone
in the
used
head
the wrong
and the
music
chest.
and
He
got
said
the
he
sound
couldn't
thing in the
see.
background.
He couldn't breathe.
Oops.
His arm was
Happens.
hanging off.
But
And the cop just happened to be driving down here.
an angel, God helped him. It's f***ing
Basically
crazy
shoved him to
shit.
get out of
It's
there, yeah.
paranormal, 100%.
It's nuts. I mean, dude, even on the side here, look at the side. Look at this house. The couch is on the, no, the bed frame is on the sidewalk. The house is abandoned, falling apart. Looks like a crack house.
So we wanted to come to a place that's abandoned in Detroit that has to do with the auto industry because, you know, obviously the history of Detroit is super tied in with automotives and car production and vehicle production. So there are a lot of abandoned car factories and places where cars and vehicles were constructed around here. But this place, the Packard auto plant, this was operated by General Motors. This used to be completely abandoned and this fence wasn't here. I mean, you can see this is like a really new fence. They're renovating it now. This place is just one of the most notorious abandoned spots in Detroit. So if we would have
trees growing
come a
on
year
top
ago,
of
we
it.
could have walked around in here, but
Just realized those
it's
are
just
growing right
crazy.
out of the roof.
It's really interesting to see how it's been abandoned, but Detroit's coming back in a way. Because for years, no one would have thought about this place, but now it's been purchased and they're actively, when we drove up here, building stuff. F***ing creepy as shit though in there. Right?
It's also kind of crazy to think about how one of the big economy aspects of Michigan and Detroit, especially being cars, and then all these car plants shutting down, it makes sense why all the neighborhoods around here are also going abandoned, because that's all the people that used to work in these companies. And so these shut down, those people don't have a job. Of course there's going to be abandoned neighborhoods.
Yeah, what do
Right.
you do really?
There's no money
'Cause,
here
I mean,
anymore.
it's literally, this building right here is surrounded all 360 degrees by abandoned neighborhoods.
Yeah, and other abandoned buildings, like that one right there. You've actually been in here though, right?
Yeah, so 5 years ago I went in here and you were just able to walk right in here, but also there was even more abandoned places like this, like all these houses that people are living in now. I think someone just kind of moved in them recently. It does seem like Detroit is starting to come back up with like a little boom, but it's crazy that they're actually demolishing this because this has literally been here for like 100 years. You could just walk right in here, anyone could. So we come here at the wrong time and now they're actually demolishing it, which sucks.
What was it like in there?
It was really dark, a lot of like asbestos, dangerous as well. Like we couldn't really go to the roof because it's collapsed. It's bad up there. I mean, there's even trees growing up there, like on the roof of the building. So it is, yeah, exactly. You can see them right there. So it was cool, but again, it's just kind of nuts. This is one of the most holy grail of all spots where all the jobs was funded right here in this area for many people. So to see it gone,
Taking a very
kinda
long
nuts.
time to recover
I'm sure
from
the
those
town's
lost.
happy it's gonna be gone.
Demo site right
Those
there.
lost bits of work.
We could look around. We could walk around it
Yeah,
for a bit.
say walk around for
Yeah.
a sec.
Cool. By Monday. And guys, what day is it today?
Tuesday. Wednesday.
Wednesday. So not even 7 days in a week. This
Damn.
entire place, one of the most legendary spots to even explore, is going to be demolished. That's nuts.
Like by the time this video's out, this place will be
Yeah,
gone.
pretty much.
Fucking wild.
That is wild.
Yeah, he just pulled up a construction worker here next to us, and he told us this entire demolition is going to be completed on Monday. So this entire f***ing complex will be gone on Monday.
That's nuts.
Dude, isn't that insane? Like, this is
So big. I don't think people understand how far it goes down and this way. And that makes sense. The demolition site, everything. That means there's probably like explosives and shit in there right now that they're rigging up.
At least getting the
Might
rigging
be.
up for it before they
Think
bring
about
the
Monday,
explosives
there's
in.
a
You don't
lot
want that
to
hanging around
pack
too
in
long,
here.
unused.
Well,
Damn.
Guess that's a no-go. Don't really want to step on a mine or anything like that.
It's not gonna be a f***ing mine.
You never know, bro. It's Detroit.
I mean, even looking right here, this was once a house. This was all a sidewalk. When this place was active, I'm sure everyone had houses here and you're just walking around. It is insane Houses were even right there. They're knocked down. The 2 abandoned I showed right there. There is a door where you can just simply walk right in. I mean, the telephone wire is just, this is even dangerous to walk around. Like, what the hell? No one's even fixing that. I don't want to go into these areas because I'm alone. I have a camera, so it just looks like I'm snooping around, which is bad. But another house over here too on the side. You guys get the idea. It's nuts. This is what happens though. You know, big corporations, they don't care. When they close down, they're just closing down for money. They don't care about you, the places around here, how much people they're saving. No, they don't give two fucks. Literally, they don't. You know what I mean? They're going to do what works for them. And that's just how it goes.
Welcome to big-time corporations. And the ways they affect everyone around them.
So one of the things that's always interested me about Detroit is the abandonment of certain entire neighborhoods here in the city. And
that's just a shame.
Really
that looks like some lovely architecture, and it's just gone to hell.
In a lot of cities, you don't have blocks like this where right here there's 3 abandoned houses. Right here there's 2 abandoned houses. Right at the end of the street there's another abandoned house. There's another abandoned house right there and an abandoned building. I don't know, it's fucking like you're in a different
Footprints
world.
coming out of that place.
Yeah, it's like this neighborhood is like a little mini ghost town. That's what we're in right now.
And you just imagine who used to live in these houses, what their stories were. That are just, it's crazy, man.
Upheavaled and tossed to the side.
It's just crazy to me to sit and think that these entire neighborhoods are still abandoned. I mean, you can see fire ravaged that house right there. But who knows what happened in these houses? Who knows who died here? Whose entire family history happened right here in this house? I've never really seen something quite like this, and it's wild. There's a definite beauty to it and a haunting sadness that goes along with that.
Something to note here, Connor, what did you just find?
It's a little 9mm.
Oh, lovely.
9mm shell casing.
Just in the middle of a neighborhood.
In the middle of the neighborhood. That's crazy. I've never seen something like that.
And you wonder what happened when this thing was fired. Like, did somebody die from the gunshot?
You ever just think about not only who used to be in there, but what could have happened in there once it was abandoned, like murders, overdoses?
Dude, you know, honestly, everything happens. Like, it's always squatters that just go in and do drugs in all of them. Like, anywhere. Not just Detroit, but like literally anywhere. You know, murders probably too. A lot of times they dump the bodies inside these places.
Yep.
That's what happens. And that's why they keep us all out too, besides safety reasons, you know?
Just looks, got an eerie vibe, this one kind of does.
For sadness and for shame.
The crazy
like they could have
thing
been
is,
beautiful
guys,
houses,
it's
and they're
not just houses
absolutely
that are
ruined.
abandoned in certain parts of the city. It's entire schools, apartment complexes, hospitals, slaughterhouses. It's
Go
just
to a school
absolutely
that kinda looks
crazy
like that.
when you look. I mean, right in front of me, this is an old RD
Definitely an
apartments,
older
and you can see the entire
design.
building is completely empty. It's just like crazy to look at this, and there's just so much of it all over every kind of street that you go down around here.
So we've been just walking around different neighborhoods, but this was a 4-year project right now. It's still going on. It's a building that they're trying to fix up right now. The inside has all new wood in it, but again, there's no funds to kind of produce everything and get it back to life again. But we did have an encounter right now where this guy and his mom came by in his car, and he just pulled over and he was just talking to us, asking what's up, and he was just saying how his parents used to live here and what they did here, and I don't know, they were really welcoming. A lot of people here seem welcoming. It doesn't seem all that scary like you would think online. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Detroit gets a really bad rap, but so far we've only had extremely positive experiences.
Yeah, so far. I mean,
So far, knock on wood.
I mean, obviously there are certain areas of the city that are significantly higher crime rates, which is this is one of those neighborhoods.
It just seems like everyone here is taking care of each other. That's what it seems like a family, a huge family.
But
yeah.
if you love abandoned shit, I love abandoned buildings, obviously.
Yeah.
Josh loves abandoned buildings. This is like dreamland because it's every...
Oh, for sure.
It's sad, definitely, to see, but if you love like abandoned architecture and stuff, it's crazy.
This is the spot. Yeah, this is the spot to be for sure. Again, we have no idea when like this building is gonna come back. Right in the back of the building, you can just literally walk right in. But I mean, we're not gonna do that here. This place is like dangerous. But look at this. It's all empty. It's not like we're missing much, but I'm sure in its prime it was a beautiful building.
That's crazy, bro.
Sighing for shame again.
Feels kind of eerie down there.
Yeah, they don't even have the stairs they knocked the stairs down, I think, on purpose, so you kind of can't get in. You know, that's what I'm guessing.
Down. Wait, is there a stairway right there?
I don't think it's just a drop. Yeah.
So if you go down, you're not coming back up.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is really awesome too. This is just the back of the neighborhood, their yards. Yeah, another way to get down. Hell no. Fucking scare me, bro.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I jumped because you jumped, bro.
I thought someone was throwing something out the window.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. It's nuts here though. So far,
Now
this
they're
is
scaring
actually
each
our
other.
roughest neighborhood that we've seen. I think every single house here is either run down, looking abandoned, but even the companies, like different small business owner companies, all their buildings are like shut down. So it's pretty nuts out here. This is the craziest one so far.
This is an abandoned school? Bro, look at right
there. Yeah, even their neighborhood school is closed down. Look at this. Wait, I think this is Wilkins. Look at this. School-free drug zone, and the whole thing's just knocked down a bit. It's like an eerie vibe here. I forgot what the sign. Yeah.
Drug-free school zone.
You know. Yeah, this is the roughest.
You silly
so
man.
far, for sure. We should. Yeah, all of it's just done. Office complex or like an elementary school. It could have been a daycare. That's what these are looking like. It's like this whole town, just like even maybe the government just like gave up on these people. I mean, we just passed by their school that's shut down. Where they're going? It's just crazy. All of these are just gone.
Detroit still has the highest violent crime rate of any major U.S. city.
Type the words into any search bar. Today's headlines around the world.
They get a bad rap, but it kind of
leads
has
the
a reason
nation
why
in
it's a bad rap, though.
crime. The local
You just happen to be very
defenders
lucky so
asked
far.
a veteran Detroit police gang unit member to send us to what he believes is the most dangerous corner in the city.
I honestly don't feel comfortable leaving the car.
That's fine. Yeah, I think.
Josh, will you grab my backpacks off from the back so we don't have to sit for too long outside?
Yeah. No, for sure. Wilkins Elementary School. It was built in 1925 and it closed down in 2013. One of the crazy stories was in 2010 when
11
kids
years
were
ago.
walking to school, someone's body was lit on fire as the kids are just walking to the school. And that was in 2010. So by 2013, everyone just gave up on this place. And this is exactly what it looks like now. 2020, 4 years ago, there were boards all on this and this was still protective. But now, no one gives two shits about this place. Can't believe I'm doing abandoned with Colin. Good.
Yep, step carefully, boys. Don't want anyone
Sorry,
getting
this
hit
is
in the nail.
elementary school, so we're looking at like classes, 1 to 5 kindergarten. Wow. Doors are wide open. Look at this. Oh, and this is the art. Still up here. Isn't that weird, bro? It's really nice art. I mean, you just imagine this place was active and alive back in the day. It's freaking
11 years
eerie.
ago.
As a part of this documentary, we wanted to explore abandoned structures here in Detroit to tell a story of the city. So somebody said something to me recently that once the schools in a city become abandoned, that's how you can tell that things are slowing down. There are deep issues in the city, and we're right now in Wilkins Elementary School here in arguably one of the worst neighborhoods in Detroit.
Yeah, no, definitely. And what happened was, in 1925, this place was first built. It was a very thriving, like, area that's all upcoming. But then when the violence all came, and it came hard in 1990, destroyed this place from 1990 to 2013, when this place closed for good. And one of the stories is that when people were walking to school in 2010, there was a man just caught on fire right next to the school. So that's how bad it was here. And as you can see when we were driving, there was abandoned buildings everywhere. So it's probably one of the most dangerous neighborhoods I've even ever walked through. So to be here, it's just nuts right now.
And look at all this. Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, KKK, and the protests. Is he protecting you?
It was the wind, though. We heard a thump, but it's the wind. I think. Actually.
School segregation,
Knock on wood for you.
Desegregation Act.
We share the dream. You can see though that, you know, it's all like inspirational, like black people, like this whole school is all just trying to come together, or was trying to come together.
Oh, dude. Look at the floors in here.
Oh shit, the gym.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
Look at those floors.
Look at the color of the paint and how it's chipping too. It's actually an amazing building here. It's actually insane sad.
This is the type of building you find a body in.
Yeah, no, for sure. This is the neighborhood you find the body. Maybe I should just put this somewhere.
Is that rolling?
It's been rolling.
I just don't think we're alone in here.
Well,
I get a fucking feeling sometimes.
I did hear a bang on the floor down there.
They legit put bullet holes or something in there. Somebody came in and shot it up. Tiger Woods. God, looks like somebody took a few shots at him too. So not sure what those holes are for, but it looks to me, from the looks of them, that they were bullet holes.
Keep walking down now. We see legends like Tiger Woods here. Their art is perfect. I don't know the artist shop. I can show you what this classroom is.
That's
Place is
eerie.
bigger than it looks, huh? There's even a second floor.
Look at all that.
I wouldn't risk second
Sounds
floor,
like
but
throwing maybe paint everywhere.
hope it's paint.
There has to be a lunchroom here too, bro. You can check out a lunchroom, maybe a theater.
This is very creepy.
Fucking nuts.
Oh.
So what do you think?
Real
of
mature
schools? Why
kids.
do you like exploring
Somebody came in and spray
I
painted
like
that at a
schools
dongus.
because we've all been to school, so we can all relate. So when you go to a school, it's just like, wow, like this ain't my school, but it's just, you know where everything is. You kind of understand everything. So to see one that's just old and left behind and forgotten in a place that many people
Just feels
grew
kinda
up
wild.
in, it's just eerie and nuts. So that's why I like them.
Yeah.
And it's funny enough, my middle school's abandoned, so you heard that? Like a tap. So, I don't
My
know. That's why I
original middle school is now apartments, I believe.
Maybe we should go down here. So if you think about this, if the gym was on the left side, which we explored, that means the right side must have something big, like I'm assuming the theater or lunchroom. So maybe we can just walk to that side.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about the laughter of children, the happiness of the first day of school.
Oh, dude, really quick, sorry to cut you off. Look, the sign. The original sign. The Wilkins Elementary School. Aiming to be the best. A great place to learn. See, ain't that weird when you look at that now and you see this?
Yeah, it's a little strange. This is nuts.
Those signs haven't aged very well in this place, have they?
These too.
This art is really dope in here.
The art is what makes this great, huh?
Dude, look at this. Stop. Look at this. Look at how it looks on this camera.
Dude, it looks like a video. It's like Outlast on your screen. Wow. Yeah, Colin's rocking a nice old cam.
It's not really nice. It's just old.
Yeah, maybe if I'm lucky, he'll share me some.
We'll see. Fucking 9/11, dude. Look at that.
Damn.
Isn't that 9/11 in the firefighter?
Yeah.
They even show like an angel looking over, and that's the American Eagle. Probably maybe one of the buildings.
Dude, that's dark for an elementary school and 9/11 mural.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
I mean, they're painting a lot of things though. What's even out here? Hang on, what's the courtyard like? I just want to show you the center. Oh, it's nothing. It's just like a big roof. I thought maybe there was like something else here. Have you done a spot like this, Colin?
What do you mean?
I don't know, just like a huge school like this?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
I've done like a bunch of schools actually.
That's cool.
Like there's a lot in Texas. That's what I used to go do. But I got chased out of a school by a guy with a shotgun one time.
Oh, dude.
So
That
a little
scarred me little
leery.
bit.
That's
It
Texas,
was-
baby.
Yeah, it was this owner's property, and it was just like an abandoned school. And he came out and started screaming like, "Come on now, I'm gonna fucking shoot!" And I was in there with my lights off, and my friend and I were leaving. And my friend, the guy was like, I guess renovating because there were panes of glass. He kicked the pane of glass, and it literally, I watched it go like, and we were looking at it, and it fell over and shattered. And the guy's like, like starts running over towards us, so we get in my car and speed down the road, and he gets into his truck, and that's
No
when
way.
he chases us with his gun out the fucking window.
Dude,
outside of Waco.
I've done like 800 YouTube videos, 11 years, 12 years. I've never been chased out with a gun. Not.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if someone's watching us, but we have to at least show this off.
Gotta come down to Texas, boy.
So here we go, guys. Look at
this is
that.
sick.
Welcome to hell.
My butt, daddy. Dude, all these famous black musicians too. B.B. King, Stevie Wonder, Diana
Dude,
Ross.
honestly,
One thing that I'll say is that even in abandoned buildings, obviously abandoned buildings are haunted too. Most of the buildings that we film at are abandoned, they're just managed by people. But sometimes you just get a fucking vibe. And in here, there is definitely a vibe of something. If there are any former students in this building, real quickly, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Colin. I'm here with my friend Josh. Students or teachers, could you tell me something about what it was like here in the school? Dude, look at cheerleading outfits and pom-poms.
I have one picture.
People are scared of us.
You're saying that people are scared that visit this building? We aren't scared. You can tell us anything. What's your name?
Does Colin have like a double thing? Like it's both cameras? Or it just shoots both types of film? The older school looking film and the normal one?
Isn't that weird though? These cheerleader things don't seem to be that old.
Yeah, I mean, well, the place closed in 2010, and they were inside like maybe like a storage.
Oh,
Someone
true,
found it
true.
and maybe just kind of like threw it.
Patricia.
Patricia. Thank you for telling me your name, Patricia. Can you tell me something about this school that we're in?
Still, it's very unnerving, abandoned place, seeing stuff like that. Just clothing in general, just laying around with no owner.
That scared me. Come. Where do you want us to come?
Phrasing.
Yo. All right. All right. Thanks, bro. He said there's some people outside the building that might come in.
I don't mind speaking.
What did you say? I mean, you got that recorded, but what for my cam then? Even though I use yours.
Connor just said that there's some people outside the building that might come in.
Do you know which side? I mean, we pretty much covered this place.
Do you want to go up to the second?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, why do you like exploring abandoned buildings?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I just love history, man. I love, dude, I've been doing this for like 14 years, and I skipped school one day when I was in high school to go on a venture, and my friend took me to an abandoned asylum, and I was like, dude, I got inside, and everyone was like trying to find ghosts, and that's cool. I like ghosts, but I was like more in like a deeper level, like the passion of like the history and what it took to build this architecture. And before I knew it, I was doing so many more abandoned places and just searching for them and finding them. And I just think it's like you go to a museum, you pay to get in, and I just kind of hate the idea that everything you're doing and seeing is like through glass and it doesn't feel exciting. But when you're here, you're in like no man's land, right? Like we're not even supposed to be here. We're freaking out. It's dangerous, but the history's cool. The decay, it's real and it's raw. And I love the venture and it's free. So back then when I had no money, everything, that was like my way of like having so much fun. So it still sticks to me to this day.
Here we are.
Fair enough.
And here we are
How
together.
many years you been doing it?
Like 14. Yeah, I have pictures of me like super little inside abandoned places.
The great.
So, crazy.
Yeah. I got a weird feeling down here just now. Needle. Totally needle. Dead. So whoever's here, you said totally needle dead. Are you trying to say that some people overdosed on drugs here and died in this building? Liar. So that's not true. Tell me something about this school then, will you? Did you go to school here?
Like I said, I'm hearing people too outside. But if there's people close, like Connor said, they will be coming.
Encounter.
Encounter resistance.
Yeah, I keep hearing people. Kind of short right here, huh?
Yeah. Perfect for a little guy like you.
scores.
This one still has all the lockers, bro. Like doors for them. Oh, that maybe we went higher. Maybe first floor was for younger kids. Because now we're going to more of a locker.
Damn, this is crazy.
I know.
So you said scores. This place kind of spooky compared to other buildings?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. It just feels eerie, right? I mean, remember, people died around the area.
Yeah.
Very
That
true.
one guy was burned to death.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who else died around here.
That's what I'm saying.
Can you tell us
Who's
the
died
name of
since
somebody
then?
who died?
You just asked.
What? And it's in my pocket.
You just asked, Peter. Did you die here, Peter? What's that saying?
Planes.
I mean, we were hearing planes.
Peter, what happened to you?
Ashes. There's someone here. Yes, and someone also burned to death. Ashes.
I said, okay, hidden room, okay?
No. Hidden room. Unless there's something here. We could figure that out.
Peter.
Nobody talks to us.
It said before, everyone's afraid of us, nobody talks to us. I know, we're here trying to talk to you right now. Peter? Oh, this is eerie in here.
More of that lovely graffiti they got going on.
Oh, look at this, dude. Teachers only.
We're following you.
Dude, that's on point. So this is teachers only room, but I just want to pop in it. Let me look outside and see what's inside. No one's not in there. It's inside.
Yeah, he does have multiple cameras. Okay.
This is the front of the school. This is what you would see. And look at it now.
Damn. Yeah, abandoned house.
The whole
Abandoned
thing.
house, abandoned house, abandoned houses. I've never seen something like that.
Never. No, never. This is even worse than Gary.
Yeah,
Like
this is
Indiana.
crazy.
I've never seen anything like this. It's crazy, bro.
Peter, what happened to you? Lost an eye. Peter lost an eye.
Oh, had a soft spot there.
Yes. What's the hidden room that you're talking about, Peter? Downplay. Knife. What happened to you? Lost an eye with a knife. So you said lost an eye and knife. So somebody stabbed you in the eye? Hurt.
I'd say. My eyes already water for you.
Wait. Is that really outside?
So, I don't know. I hear like a fucking music. I thought it's a lemonade truck. Sounds like the lemonade truck. I don't know.
Or ice cream truck. That's
What do
crazy.
they call that? The ice cream truck?
Lemonade
We gotta
truck.
keep that in.
Lemonade truck.
That's making like.
sick.
Got some nice lemonade for y'all.
Whoa, dude, is this the way? Is this? Oh, we're on the second floor. The windows kicked in. Is that in here or out there? It's gotta be a ice cream truck, no?
Oh. I don't know, but give me the willies.
spooky like it was in here, dude.
It still gives me the willies, though, man.
Maybe downstairs.
Our names are Josh and Colin, by the way. What's your name? Birdie. Dude, Birdie.
Birdie or
Ask what their name is. Bertie. Sam, finally. Yo, look at this. Jessica. Birdie and Jessica. Josh.
What's up there? Science lab or something? Like a little apartment.
This floor is really soft.
Intense.
It's weird because even the art is different on this floor though. Now it's all international. Oh, this could be what is it, ESL or something?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I could think of.
You don't think this floor's too weak?
Kinda. Actually, fuck that. Get out, don't step on it, don't step
Did you hear that?
Yeah, don't step on it.
What was that?
Fuck. I thought I was going down.
What was it sound?
I don't know.
Hello? Hello?
Ooh. Sound like something skittering.
I don't know what that was. Could have been anybody. Could have been anything.
Tiger. It said like tiger. That was creepy.
Dude, I'm glad we didn't walk on there.
Ooh.
So one thing anyways I want to talk about is it shows like all the jobs, you know, that you could be, you know, a doctor, a lawyer, politician, engineer. I mean, this school was really being as close as they can to the students in the community to really try to keep people in a good environment. You can just feel it here could have felt it back in the day.
Dude,
it's sad.
This device just said office holder right when I passed by politician.
Well, right
Gullible.
here it says artist. Well, I mean, I think we're pretty much done here, guys. Look at their whole back, like their lawn, their plot of land. Insane.
Josh.
I ain't going in there. Not after that.
Ooh, brother, ooh.
Roberts.
Picasso. Right here at artist.
Artist. That's actually kind of nuts.
Hmm.
People.
I mean, look at this guy's locker 16. Their student stuff is still in the locker. It's a pretty preserved place.
That's wild. Oh! Josh! Did you fucking hear that? Is there somebody? Hello? Did you fucking hear that?
Yeah. There's something
Is there somebody out there? Bro, that was like something fucking shattered. Hello? Or somebody threw something.
That was super loud. We can get out.
What the actual was that? Should we get
I think it's time to go. Yeah.
Hello?
texted me and said, I just saw it 7 minutes ago. He texted me and said, people just stopped by the car and said people in the neighborhood are getting suspicious of us being in here.
Let's get out of here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. F that, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Time to go.
So Connor just texted me. Oh, he actually texted me 10 minutes ago and I didn't see it. I'm gonna show it right there. He said, I just got stopped by some people that live around here, and he said that people are getting suspicious of him, and that we shouldn't stick around much longer.
Yeah, well.
Here's the actual text in case you want to see it.
Hang on.
See, I'd say let's get the f out of here.
Yeah, I'm down. Tell him where is he right now to pick us up? Same spot?
In bed, went left. Yeah, he's in the same spot.
I don't see him. It's not over there anymore. That's where we were. Let's go all that way, right? Same way we got in. Or actually, yeah, we can go out right here. We don't have to go through the window. We'll just go out through the door.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm just down the street.
All right, yeah, tell him to come. Yeah, come to where we dropped this off the first time.
I'm talking to this guy down here. He's got some properties over here. He's a cool guy. He's talking to me about the
school
houses over here where they found that body burning.
What? Where are you? We can just, if you're close, we can just walk over to you.
Yeah, I'm like just a block away, like on the other side of the school.
Okay, all right. All right.
We're coming.
Hey, you'll see me over here.
I don't even want to take
I mean, again, at least they're very lucky that the people they've actually bumped into are friendly. But you never know when you're going to bump into the wrong kind of crowd, you know?
Dude, we got some good stuff. It was good. Fucking hell, look at this though.
Alright, what happened?
So I've been kind of just like parked in different spots around the neighborhood, just kind of waiting for you guys to get out. And I pulled down this side street over here when this guy pulled up next to me. Guy out of his car and came up, knocked on the window. He's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. Just driving around." He's like, "Not really. Like, what are you doing around here?" Like, well, like we're just making a video about this school over here, so just going taking pictures. He's like, "All right." I was just asking because he's like, "I've had a couple break-ins over here." I'm like, "Oh no, that's not what we're doing." So we started talking to each other. He's from Connecticut. He's investing in property out here. He was telling me, he's like, "This is a very, very bad area." He's like, "Please don't come down here. They don't give a fuck about what happens to the area or the people that live here."
Holy shit.
Get jacked up
but he
here,
was
you're
saying
jacked
that
up good.
The house that the body was burned at, it was the house right over here.
That one?
One of those houses over there.
Is where the burned body was?
Mm-hmm.
So right around there.
Yeah, on the other side of the school.
Let's go to the front of the school quick, just to show what it looks like.
One shot. Connor, wait 1 sec.
He's a cool guy, though.
Was there an ice cream truck that drove by?
No. Not
Come
that
on.
Not that I saw.
Wait. No, really? Come on.
I've been fucking driving just around this the whole time.
And there's no fucking ice cream truck?
No.
That's weird.
That's very creepy. That thing was loud as F.
I don't know.
No, actually though.
Yeah, that's weird.
You didn't hear any jingle or anything?
No.
I was gonna say to Josh, I don't know why a fucking ice cream truck would come down here.
Dude, I don't get it then. That's nuts.
That was coming from outside. It got louder when you stuck it out the window. What the hell was that?
Damn, here's the school. Now that we're out of the school, you can see the front that we were staring at right here. But now you can actually look at this spot.
Those colored doors are sick.
Yeah, it like brings it out. Truly a Walking Dead, like Silent Hill vibe here.
I wish I could have met the guy. He was in a rush, so he couldn't stop, but he was a really cool guy. We started talking, he was like, you ever been to Cleveland?
Great. Are you rolling?
Yeah.
So we just got out of the abandoned school, and we were gonna take you guys through a neighborhood that has been nicknamed the Red Zone because of the Bloods gang and the massive gang war that was fought and how just bloody all of it was. I just found out that we were just in the Red Zone. We're there right now.
It made sense, right?
Mhm.
We were saying how dangerous it was, but we had no idea.
That's
it
why
was
that
that
guy
bad.
was like, what the f are you doing here?
This is like,
Holy shit.
if not the most, it's one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Detroit for violent crime. It's the Red Zone right here, dude. This is Bloods territory. That's insane.
We don't know.
This is, I set the pin to the Red Zone.
Yeah,
Look
so
at-
anything you drive through is gonna be bad, I guess. So whatever you wanted to grab or get.
So the Red Zone is 48205. That's the zip code for it. And we're like already right in the center. This is the Red Zone.
Straight?
Yeah, go straight.
Don't stay here. This is backcountry. Mm-mm. Place is too rich for my blood. Ooh. Ooh. I think you see one bad house and then you see a couple more that look even worse. It really does look like a
So
set from
we've
a
come right
horror
now
game.
to the neighborhood of Detroit known as Pole Town East. Now, I read online that this is one of the most blighted neighborhoods in Detroit. Obviously, that's a problem. I can't even begin to describe how it feels to walk around some of these neighborhoods. It's very sad, but it's also, it just feels almost like you're in a zombie movie or the Walking Dead TV show. I mean, it's absolutely fucking nutty that there
Looks
are
like
just
the
so many
post-apocalypse.
houses here. I just read an article today, 18,000 houses that are abandoned just in Detroit, let alone this massive church that's right here that we pulled over to see. I mean, this is the part of Detroit that I'm assuming is the urban forest. I think that's the correct term. It means an area where there used to be a neighborhood, so there are structures within, but so many have been razed or are vacant or completely abandoned and crumbling that it resembles more of a forest than a neighborhood. I mean, just look at this, it's nuts.
Someone just coughed right there. No way. Yeah. Where? In the... Oh, in there? Oh, shit.
You didn't hear that?
Yeah, not staying in that neighborhood long. Something got dumped.
Is that your music?
Yeah, this ain't a neighborhood you stay in very long. Mm-mm. Uh-oh. Trying to snoop into another place here.
So another big part of the abandonment of Detroit has to do with the industrial side of the city. Like we said earlier, a number of the auto plants are actually coming back right now. They're being demolished or refurbished, but a lot of these buildings still stand as kind of skeletons of what they used to be, including this building right here.
One massive freaking tomb.
Damn, this shit's crazy.
Okay, it looks a little flatter than the first look. The first look, it looked like, oh fuck, did you just find a body?
Building obviously had something to do with the trains. Look at that.
Well, factories would usually get a lot of train shipments in, so it's not
just
surprising.
eerie being in the shells of these buildings and thinking about how busy these work floors once were, and
Like
just
it-
kind of imagining the
ores or
ghosts
materials
of
or
all the
whatever,
former
and
employees
work on
running around
smelting
this
them,
area
processing
stressed
them,
out, trying to
etc.
meet deadlines, working as hard as they can, and it just ends up like this.
Or it could have been a ship and receiving plant, and then you just ship everything out on that. Every single one of those bags makes me nervous.
This is a little creepy because you can see something was duct taped here. It's a little creepy. It's like being in the apocalypse.
How crazy is it though when structures like this go abandoned? I mean, think about how much time and money was invested in constructing this thing, and it's just sit here, and it's just left to sit here and literally fucking rot for the rest of time. I mean, this thing had to be so expensive to build, had to have taken so much time to build, but this just is another part of Detroit history, unfortunately, how after the Detroit riots and automotive industry moved out of Detroit, all of these companies and factories started shutting their doors, which led to all of these massive buildings just being left here to decay.
Like I said, it's taken them, what, 30, 40 years to finally
And
get
this
around to being
building
able to
is
use those
fucking
spaces
tall.
again for something else. And everything around them is still decimatedly empty and abandoned. It's taken a long time for anything to come back willingly.
In order to gain some more insights about how locals in Detroit are fighting back against the problem of abandoned structures, we met up with a man named Trey Little, aka Buy the Block on social media, so that he could show us how he and his community are standing together to fight the decay.
Most cops in Detroit know who I am now because of the work I do and the videos and them jumping out on me. But when they see me there, I was recording, and then it went. I put it online. It got a good amount of views. So then, when they come back though, they really don't mess. At least while I'm here, I don't think I see them messing with us no more though. So and they was in the comments, going back and forth like with my mama. He was like, "Well, I ain't mean to jump out in that, you know." And they had
The
a whole
cop was?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's a dumb idea to get on your at least, bro. Not on a personal TikTok, but my mama was like, yeah, you knew what you was doing. And he was like, no, it didn't have to be like that. I promise you I ain't try to do this.
Right.
And it was crazy. I'm like, wow.
That's fucking wild,
Yeah, but the cop was, because I know a lot of them personally. I went to school with some of them, but they was trying to, my mama was like, no, you know you didn't have to do that. He was like, well, I seen a gun. We got to do our job. And the cop was going back and forth with my mama in the comments, apologizing.
That's wild.
But when they see me out here, they know, like, when I'm out here, like, we chilling, we trying to, I'm really coming in to give back to the people. So when I'm out here, like, you know what I mean? They know it's all positive vibes. So.
Exactly. First of all, I need you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Kind of tell us just a broad what you're doing out here.
Okay. My name is Trey Little. I'm a rapper in Detroit. So I started traveling in high school. When I moved out of the city, I moved into the burbs. I got into this rock band, this rock pop band, and I started traveling all around America on the radio, performing for up to 10,000 people at some of the festivals. But then I felt this disconnect. So when I moved back to Detroit, I seen my whole neighborhood was abandoned, the same neighborhood that taught me how to rap. They gave me my story, so I'm like, I want to come back
because the property, my sister showed me that one of the houses was $1,000. So I'm like, I want to go back and start buying property. So since that, I bought 5 pieces of property, 1 house with 4 lots. And I'm working with the politicians. I talked to the mayor's office or the mayor himself, and I'm trying to get the money to actually renovate it because I don't have millions of dollars to renovate it. So that's the next part, making the money to do it. So I'm doing it with the community. And then I do social media.
$1,000 though for the house?
For a house, yeah, $1,000.
That's crazy.
So the house I grew up in was $1,000, but it's sold. So you can go get lots around here for $100. You can find some houses for $1,000, and then yeah.
So what, I guess before we even move on, what's the overall goal of what you're doing?
So I'm trying to create density. If you look around, you don't really see nobody out here. Like when you look around, you don't see no functioning businesses. You see a lot of cars driving through, but that's the thing people really do around here. They drive through. So what we really want to do is bring it back. It used to be kids running around here. We used to be playing at the parks. It used to be a lot of businesses open. And we really want to do that. The city was built for about 1 million people, but it's only 600,000 people that's in the city now. So most of the hood is abandoned, and they forget about it, they fall apart, and then you got a lot of families here. So what I'm trying to do is just bring the people back. I'm trying to reopen the businesses. And it's some good schools around here, and I want to help fund those schools, so yeah.
So when you buy a property that's not a house, what business do you want to do for your first business?
So I want to do something, I think over here, anything that's good in a city like this is like pop-up, like restaurants.
What's it like living here right now?
I don't actually live here. You know, I actually stay in Port Huron, but I come back to visit my family all the time.
So did you grow up here?
Yeah, right here.
How was it growing up here?
Rough.
Yeah?
Rough, very rough. You had to, you know, you had to survive.
Right.
All kind of stuff went down. We saw a lot of things growing up, but we're not the same people growing up over here. We had to elevate a little bit. You know, some people do the same thing as 10 years ago, 15 years ago. What he trying to do, you know, he trying to buy the block, buy the neighborhood to make it better, you know, like, because it went down a whole lot. We got abandoned houses, abandoned everything over here. But I love what Trey is doing, trying to make the neighborhood a little better. He needed a whole team, though, a whole group to come together, you know, to make this thing possible. He can't do it by himself.
No, that's true.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine.
Me neither.
What do you think has changed since you were growing up here? Has anything changed?
Like, for the better or for the worse?
Either or.
Really, it really got really even worse, you know? Like, it went down, it declined a whole lot. Within the 15 years, yes. Only the strong survive over here.
How so? Like, more crime, more abandonment?
More abandoned houses, more, you know, more drugs coming in our area, you know? It's like, it's really bad now than like 15 years ago.
What would you say is the most popular drug that people use?
Right now, over in this area?
Yeah.
Everybody loves ecstasy.
Really?
Yeah.
Ecstasy. Interesting.
Everyone's popping.
Yeah, or coke, but I don't do it either, you know. You're gonna see in a minute that the police, they ride up. They don't really mess with us or anything, but they, you know, they watch everything.
So do you like the police?
Yeah, you know, they the police, you know.
Right. I'm just asking.
You know, not really, but
Yeah.
if you need to save me, you better come. Nobody like the police.
Yeah,
Nobody like
Nobody like you until we need you.
So one question is, why do you think this neighborhood or the neighborhoods here all fell? Why did everything decline?
No structure, nobody that really cares, you know. The people that they move in, you know, they really don't care. It's the neighborhoods, the people that they put in the neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you got something to say. Did you grow up around here?
How old do I look to you?
That's a good question,
You're
man.
55. Boy.
Yeah.
He ride with me tonight.
Yeah.
He going to the club. He getting whatever he's an honorary. We ain't gonna say the word. He with me. What's your name?
Josh.
Josh rolling with me.
Yeah. That's my boy, not yours.
Yeah, whoa,
Oh, hey, hold on, Josh. Hold on,
man.
I'm 55 years old. I've been around here since. I ain't gonna, some shit I can't say.
What was it like growing up around
here?
Yeah.
Fun, shit, the camaraderie, food, homeboys. It ain't what everybody portray on the national news, like bros in the hood, they got guns, they killing everybody. No, around here, we family, we still family. Shit happens.
Yeah, right.
With everybody, white, black, Puerto Rican, everybody freaking. You know, Chinese, Vietnamese, shit. We in America, bro.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? I ain't mad at nobody, but there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers mad at me. It ain't what they portrayed it like the police. Here they come. See, watch that. Go and get that on footage.
Go get that on footage.
They got a job to do.
They hitting them brakes hard, too.
No, I'm just saying, but you know, they got a job to do. Everybody in America got a job to do. But America, what is America really? Again and again, we see this, we do that. But I'm just saying, we done went past what y'all want to know. The hood is the hood. We all good around here, around this little circle. Around here where y'all at, you either family, somebody know you, ain't nothing wrong, as you can see, ain't nobody mad. Or this and that, this and that. This is what it is.
Yeah.
But I done did that. I'm 55 years old. What do you believe? I done got shot, sold dope, all that shit. I just don't get it, bro.
Tell me the experience of getting shot.
Oh, I got shot the last time I got shot. And it's, you know, bad karma. I was a bad boy doing what I was doing. Motherfucker shot me and it was like, I think it was the police. Because I got shot and nothing was ever said to this day. I got shot December 8th.
Do you have any marks or?
Come on, bro. You're right there. You're all right there.
Oh shit, yeah, you did.
But at the same time, now, that gunshot, December 8th, 1990. Ain't nobody ever said shit to me since then. I done been disability, all that, tried that, all that. It's okay. Yeah.
Everyone in the neighborhood call me Jazzy. I've been over here over 20 years, and I would like to say what this young man is doing for the for our community is very good. We have been through ups and downs, but together we are one community. We come together and we help each other. We cry over each other. We are there when each other need us. And we do need our neighborhood built back up. We have a community center here on Amherst and Dexter that's being opened back up for the children. We have a lot of things that that this street used to do. It was a very good street back in the 60s, and we want to bring it back. We want to bring the black businesses back. We want to bring the playgrounds back. We want to bring the basketball courts back. It was a thing known called the Broad Street Parade. We want to show what used to goes on. That's when all the schools get together as one big band, and they march down this street here. And they turn down this street, and they go to a street field called McKay Field, and that is where the Cubs play. They are very known in the city of Detroit. The cheerleaders, we are known for our football team, the Cubs, our cheerleader team, the Cubs. We are known for a lot of things other than what y'all might think of YBI. That was a gang back in the day. But we are known for other things than that. A lot of our buildings are tore down that we're trying to restore because it's history. Everything here is history. We have a lot of people that passed away here. We have a lot of people that was born and raised here. And we want to keep the community alive. We want to stop the violence and bring more love and hugs in. And the only way we can do that is we straighten up our streets and get these buildings together, get these abandoned houses down, and let's bring back the community for our children.
Right.
That's who need us, our children.
When you say stop the violence,
yes,
what's happening? Like, what's the main...
You are outside, you can see here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of buildings here. We have a lot of people standing on the corner. You know, a lot of people, like I say, born, raised here, know nothing about this point. But this is all they know. All they know. You have people that have been good jobs, that have been good in their life, but they still come back here. Some of us don't even live here. But guess what, y'all? We meet here and come as a big community. When the sun go down, you're going to see people getting off of work coming here. You're going to see us meeting up. You're going to see us having a good time. This store itself is history.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What I mean, just by, I'm gonna say history as far as our Dexter thing, you know. We done shot music videos here. We done had rappers come up here. We done had stars come up here. You know, hey, this is the place, DC, you know. I ain't afraid to say, where you going? I'm going on DC, baby. That's you can find me over there. I represent very well. Very well. Not scared to say I'm from Dexter and the Collinwood. Well, I'm from this whole community.
So would you say every weekend you guys get, like, all your community get together here? Like this spot?
Yeah, let's say like right now, look, they go 12 coming down because they want to know what's going on. But we're going to wave at 12. Let's wave at 12. Hey.
They wave back.
They wave back because they know.
Yeah.
They know,
How y'all
know when
doing?
it's time to get violent. They know when we having a good time. They know it's just family out here. They know what time when it's time to pull up. So this right here, they just having a good time. This is family.
So you say a lot of people when they leave, they come back because there's something about this place calling them.
Oh, yeah. Don't we leave and come back, y'all?
I don't be up here all the time, but when I come, it's just like I never left. You know what I'm saying? When I come, you will get to see everybody from the neighborhood and stuff like that.
So what do you think calls everyone back?
A lot of people just want to come back because at that moment of time of us growing up and being around here was a good time. So most people just come back just to have a good time for that time to enjoy themselves. You never know what people going through. Could be having a stressful day or something like that. Like, let me go pull up in the hood just to see how everybody doing, or you know what I'm saying?
It's like a sense of community.
Yeah, because it's still all community, all love.
Yeah.
It's never just all violence, like we killing each other or doing nothing like that. Like how you see everybody just out here chilling out. It could be people like coming over here ain't seen in years. Or either like my Auntie Shirley, if haven't nobody got in touch with nobody, they could go to her house and find out where everybody at, get their phone numbers and everything, because she still in the neighborhood.
So what do you think is the biggest thing that you would like to see changed about like the neighborhood?
So the only thing I don't be
What's the
listening
biggest
to
part of it?
basically like a lot of renovation, like building it up, because when I came back around here, it was a lot of stuff just knocked out and gone. Like when I was here, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? The rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Build the community back up.
Would you say you know like almost everyone on this street, or like
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
All the way from Davidson and Dexter to Joy Road and Dexter.
And you could say you know almost everyone on the street.
Yes,
Holy
See how everybody pulling up and we talk about
That's crazy because in our neighborhoods, I wouldn't know someone 2 houses down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know them.
I don't even know my neighbor in my apartments.
But yeah, everybody knows somebody around here. Like on every street.
Look at you,
You know someone
up playing and what's up and what's
You know someone from on every street, from here to Davidson and Dexter to Joy Road and Dexter, and probably past to the Boulevard.
Let's
Yeah,
say the Boulevard. Let's say from Davidson to the Boulevard.
Yeah,
I go-
Davidson to the Boulevard.
Literally, we can walk down these streets and I can go to anybody else and say, let me use the bathroom, girl.
Yeah.
Let me use the bathroom. I can do that.
I gotta go. This man in this fancy suit here.
See, and that's what I'm saying right here. We not bothering. You see how
Not bothering nobody.
You see how we were just here, not bothering nobody, not making a scene, or doing nothing, and pulling up, messing with us. And there's people out here getting raped, people out here getting murdered, and we just sitting out here having a good
Taking that
time.
footage, thank you. They see what we go through on the day.
What just happened is that cop came over here just to tell him don't drink out in public. He wasn't even doing anything. He's just being a grumpy cop, actually.
And since y'all been here, has it been a scene of commotion, anybody fighting, anybody pulling out a gun or doing anything?
Officer, you are on camera for being a piece of garbage. Go relax. Go find some real crimes to fight.
Right, all of a sudden, because you know why?
Dumb punk.
Put the camera out.
Yeah, you see him right there on the side.
He told me he don't know because that man had a gun on him. But no, when he walked past me, he like, oh, pour that drink out. And I had an Arizona in the can, and he automatically think it was a liquor.
They must be new. They probably
Is that what they
do? Yeah. Come and harass, and then what they do, if somebody run, that's the one they go and shape. You know what I'm saying? And he could be out here. I'm not saying everybody
I ain't trying to
out here not legit or something like that, but he could just still be out here having a good time, not bothering nobody. But because he got a warrant or something like this, he feel he has to run. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's
That's crazy.
now you see it for your own eyes.
Yeah.
And we got kids, there's a kid out here and everything.
I did see it, and I'm like, oh shit, like, dude, he put his whole car on the sidewalk just to bother a guy doing nothing.
Lena, and we doing more interaction than he was.
Right.
When you look at me, right, you don't think that, you know, the mayor support what I'm doing. When you look at me, you don't think that I have, you know, political connections. You know, I got at least 3 millionaire developers that supported me right now, but I don't want to seem like I'm not from around here. That's the big thing. Like, I could easily cut my hair, put a suit and tie, like, homie, where you go? He looking fresh, but if I wanted to come down here,
Right?
the problem is
That young
my
man in the suit.
community won't think that, you know, I'm a part of them. But at the end of the day, I grew up doing a lot of the same stuff that they was doing. So for me, why would I try to run away? And now you can grow and develop, but I don't want to ever seem like I'm too good to come back to my community. Because when you're doing a development in a neighborhood like this, you can't come from, you know, overseas by development and build it up and not expect adversity if you are not a towner. So for somebody like me, I'm doing it with the people. You know, some people do it just for the money. I'm doing it for the money and to help the community. But if you're doing it just for the money, that's why people get their houses robbed, broke in when they're trying to develop it.
Right.
I can guarantee you, when I renovate this first house, it's $90,000, right, to renovate it. That's the quote that I got. So when I renovate it, let's say if I do a government subsidy, which is like Section 8, that's what I grew up on. There's plenty of people out here that'll benefit from that. So if I get them to sign up to say, I'll be the first one to live in this house before it's done, let's say if I get a grant to get that house done, that person moving there on Section 8, they living in there. And if not, the community gonna protect my house. So let's say if I'm going and a crackhead try to break in, they're gonna be the first ones to be like, hold on, you trying to do what? Because they know that when I'm building it, they're gonna be the ones living in it. I'm not trying to move people from the burbs here. I'm trying to do it with the people. And Mayor Duggan have been giving us incentives to say, if you do Section 8, we're gonna front the money to do it. But the thing is, like, how Nipsey Hussle was, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, he wasn't trying to go in flexing on his people. You don't see me out here with a bunch of jewelry on, flexing on everybody. When you see me out here, I'm a part of the community. I could have just got out of jail, came home, and they would still love me the same way. So that's why this is important to keep that type of culture. And trust me, I be with some of the biggest, the most popular. You know, I go to the private Detroit athletic clubs and all that, and meetings with the mayor to know, like, tonight if I wanted to go to a mansion in the burbs in Birmingham where everybody millionaires, I can do that. But it's all about balance. You know, if you don't have balance, then I think that's where people get lost. So yeah. It's crazy because I'm on the other side where I met with the chief of police and helped pass the can't wait. It means de-escalation, it means no chokehold, no. The only thing they didn't do was shooting at moving vehicles, but I've done political work. But when I'm standing out here on the corner, some of them don't recognize me, some of them do. But I didn't even know it was like this until I started hanging out in the community. It's easy for me when I'm chilling with, you know, the people in office, or when I'm only going to spaces where it's like professional people. But when I start getting out here on the block with the people, I'm like, dang, this is what it's like. If I wasn't Trey on TikTok or the guy, bottom block guy or whatever, this is what I would be going through. It's a blessing because I'm in a community with the people, and I'm one of the only developers. Like, I was front page of the news. I just did a Fox interview, not the local one, but the global one. I did a TED Talk because about a block, all that, right? But when I'm out here on the corner, I'm just like homie right here. I'm just like everybody else.
That's what they call Lil Trey. They don't look at him as older Trey.
Even society still see me like, I did a TED Talk. That's one of the biggest talks you can do in the world. Right. But when I'm out here on this corner, if you've never seen my face before, I'm just like every other thug. And even when I'm not trying to be, that's why I embrace it a lot more, you know, because even when I'm trying to be the positive corporate guy, there's a big group of people that still see me as just like every other person around here.
And you not though.
So when I start coming back around, you my mama, that's what you saying. But when I start coming back around, it's like they start loving me just like one of their own. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because I got so many people that hate me on like the corporate level, or even when it come to the other artists. It's signed artists that still hate on me and try to keep me like from being bigger than them. But it's like, you know what, these are my people, you know?
Well, you want to go to the house?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
go.
That is great. Was halting the process to get it done, how much it's gonna take to get it done, how much I own, how much I'm trying to own. That's the house I grew up in down there.
Yeah, are you able to walk to that house
we
too?
can start from there. Cause look, when I first came over here, everything was fully abandoned. Now I'm about to show you all of the development.
Yeah, that'd be dope. So what's up with this? Did you tag it, or is that just?
Tagged that. Yeah, I tagged it.
Is that gonna be yours next?
No, this is the one I own right here.
Oh, okay.
So already got it.
Oh, so
Tagging it because we already got it.
So this house right here, and then there's 4 lots next to it. I just reserved the lot next to the house they working on. And then I just reserved this lot too, but I'm waiting on the city to call me back. Because I own this house, if I talk to the right people and show the right business plan and the projections and all that, I can get these lots right here. So it's only $100 per lot because I own this house. But I'm the type of person where I'm like, listen, mayor, it's $100 for these lots. If you give them to me for $1 each, right? I've heard people say you can, you know, really convince them to let you get stuff if you got the right plan and the right idea. The problem is I need is funding. So they're like, okay, we keep giving you properties. They gave me a total of 9 that I can get. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I reserved that one, which is 5.
Is that the one people are in?
So not that one. Exactly.
Okay.
It's the lot next to it.
Oh, okay. I see.
So I got a house, but the lots is good because as long as I own the land and I keep the city happy, then they'll let me keep holding on to it.
That's what some of these houses too that's gone. I got history. Hold on, wait a minute. This tuxedo, right? All right, now I had my first baby in '94. Let me see. I used to stay down there. I think the house was torn down right across the street from where he used to stay at. I met my first baby daddy over here, so that was special.
All right. Some nice memories here, huh?
Oh, honey, let me tell you, this street, I just got chills being over here. Y'all couldn't even tell y'all the stuff that happened over here with us, boy. Look, Parker. I said, this tuxedo, right? I said, oh, I just got chills. I can tell y'all so many things.
Yes, and a lot of stuff that we shouldn't say.
A lot of stuff I took away.
You got that.
That's that bed was in that
It was a
bag.
dog in a bag, a dead dog in a plastic bag.
Oh,
Listen, they don't move it because it was over.
effed up.
Yeah, it was in a bag. It got out the bag.
Is there a dog in the
It
bag?
was a dead dog, full body, man. It was,
There's a dog right there.
Yeah, that's an active one.
That's a dog eating the bag.
It's a dog eating bag. Revenge, mother! Mother effer. Getting back at the bag.
I used to take this.
Not
walk
going
through
back
the
in
school,
there.
Him and his sister. I wish she was out here too. They like 5 years apart. Walked up this street. The school's down there, but it's like a whole field now. They tore the school down. Bernie School.
really?
Yes, it was. They knocked that school down. Like you see where that yellow. Is that a trailer or just like a house? That little square, whatever that is right there. That used to be a whole field of a elementary school.
It was a business right there.
And it was a church, yeah, right there. It was a church right there. They knocked that. My niece got baptized there. She was like 3, 4. Told her mama, I'm going to the church to get baptized. Tried to walk up here by herself to go get baptized at the church.
That's
Revenge
crazy.
puppy, hello.
The girl,
You seem like a friendly boy. Hello.
her daughter.
Wow.
She was like 4 years old, was like, Mama, I'm getting ready to go to church to get baptized, ready to walk out the door and walk up here by herself.
So a lot of memories right here.
Yes. Yeah.
I
It
can't
was a
trust it.
2-family. Oh, that's still Bub in them house right there. One of Trey's friends stayed there. He got killed in the alley right here. Bub.
Killed right
Caught
over
himself.
here.
No, they killed him in the alley like a couple of blocks over.
Damn.
He started trying to sell drugs or whatever. I don't know what happened in the midst of that, but they found him dead in the alley. And he was such a sweetheart. But one of them kids, he was a sweetheart to me. Like all the kids from the neighborhood would come to my house and chill out at my house. You know what I'm saying? Because I protected them, make sure they ate, they were straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was a sweetheart to me, but I never knew how he was out in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mixed up in the wrong shit.
Yeah, mixed up in it. He was a sweet kid.
Hear that story a lot.
Yeah.
So this is abandoned as well. Look at, the door is wide open.
Yeah.
Well, it's a clear, there is no door.
They seal it off.
Yeah.
Hold on to it.
Do they seal it to prevent people from going in?
Yeah, and strip
That
it up.
is the thing. You see how they got the lock on there?
Yeah.
The 3 locks?
I've never seen that.
Yeah. And they put the plexiglass.
Somebody did say this is the only city in the country that have our houses like this to
They
secure.
put the plexiglass because it's not easy to shatter like a window.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is so unique. But, I mean, it's hard to get inside when they do this.
Yeah,
Believe me,
it
I
is.
tried. Oh, so
Yeah.
someone was shooting here, too. Got
Shooting?
bullet holes right there.
Where? Oh, dang. Somebody
And
shot
the
this up.
plexiglass?
Yep.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
no, in the window.
Someone shot up right there. They probably just did that for fun, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
This
I can
is
show you
crazy, dude. I've never seen something like this.
Yeah, show you what it looks like inside, guys. Let's get it. I like that truck. That's your truck?
We gonna buy the block back.
I like that. Hey, that's a dope truck. Hey.
That's what it is.
My car just got towed. I need a truck like, hey, that bug's sweet. That's a work. Oh, be careful, my boy. Ooh.
Yeah, he better be careful going to be buzzed.
And almost hit the poor dog. Look. That's crazy.
Look at that. Someone's trying to cut the rocks up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. People trying to get inside.
Trying to give up.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
couple
that's
in
how I
and
grew up
went,
right here,
heck
though.
of it.
Let me see. The white one. The white one right there? Yeah.
Was our house.
So it's abandoned now, right?
Huh?
Your house, this house, well, your old house is abandoned or
Actually,
something? It was abandoned.
yeah, it was abandoned. A guy trying to come in here and work on, I guess he bought it and working on it now. But yeah, a lot of memories in here. Like, that used to be a top porch up there. It's gone.
How does it feel seeing your house abandoned? Is it weird?
It's heartbreaking, yeah. It is. And my dad actually owned this house, and he ended up losing it.
No, I think he sold it. He sold it.
Oh yeah, he did sell it.
He sold
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking because there's so many memories in there.
Do you have any like old like family photos of their
Yeah.
being in there?
Yeah, I got some, yeah.
Oh.
Because he got a picture of me and him sitting on the front porch.
Oh, bet, yeah.
And then I got a picture in the inside. It's me, him, and his little sister in there sitting on the front porch downstairs.
I would love.
Because when my dad bought it, he ended up moving out and letting my sister stay upstairs and me staying down. Oh my God.
He said it was the worst decision
Yeah.
no, he ever made. He said they ain't pay rent. They was turned on.
And I was like 18. Like, picture that.
Oh man.
But yep, and a girl again that's in the green shirt, Shirley, her mom stayed there. We was like best friends growing up right in this house right here.
This one right
So
there.
if Trey wasn't here at home, he was over next door at Shirley's house.
So so basically when I was growing up over here, I remember moving over here we moved from the east side, but when I moved over here, I started going to school, and people was like, who is this guy to the neighborhood, this new guy? So, they try to jump me a lot. I remember one guy punched me in the nose, and it was just a lot of like, yo, we about to jump him into the neighborhood, which is kind of how like gangs, they jump people in, but to me, that was trying to get me used to the neighborhood to see if I was gonna fight back. But the problem with that was, you couldn't turn it off. When they got me turned on to fighting and all that, I just could not be turned off now. It was like every time I see the guys who punch me or jump me, then I'm looking for them now, and I'm like hunting them down, and I'm beating them up, So then I had these big birthday parties. Everybody came over. It was like 30 of my cousins that had come over, and we'd just go walking through the neighborhoods and all that, and then just having fun, fighting everybody that tried to bully on me and all that or jump me. And eventually I got my street cred, and people started leaving me alone and started supporting me. And then I started recording around the corner. My granddad gave me $5 to go record at this. It was like this studio, but it was OSB wood in the shape of like a rectangle, and then pantyhose on the microphone. Then I go record music. Then my cousin would ride around the neighborhood listening to it with this dope. This car had spinning rims, cherry paint. It was a dope car. Yeah,
Nice.
really classic. Y'all
Going
he'd go
back.
banging my music with these subs, and I'd be sitting on the porch. I was 13. And he'd be sitting on, no, 12. I'm sitting on the porch and he riding around listening to my music. And I'm like, oh, I can do this one day. And that's what like really gave me the motivation. Like, I want to do this, which is crazy because I remember my auntie introduced me to Master P and No Limit Soldiers. And then I made a video about this neighborhood, and Master P just followed me making a video about the same neighborhood. And then he sent me like a DM and all that. It was crazy because that's what really motivated me to get into this, So, and then as I got older, it gave me my story, it gave me my grit, my grind, my hustle, and all that,
That's dope.
So what about, I saw on your TikTok you talking about how you were kind of in the life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you talk about that too and how that kind of affects neighborhoods around here?
Yeah, so what happens is, like, for me, I was trying to make money. I was trying to protect myself. So for me, I was a hustler, you know what I mean? So I got taught by the hustlers, and then as I traveled, I took it with me, So when I moved to other neighborhoods, I meet all the other hustlers, and then I learned how to sell. I learned how to sell weed and all that, just being around people, being in the neighborhoods and all that. So when I moved, I just started going everywhere, seeing how people was making money. And at that time, it wasn't, you had the old people working in factories or the pastors at church making money.
Man, y'all, I didn't know none of this.
But I mean, people taught me. They taught me how to hustle. They taught me how to really just be smart financially. It wasn't never about gang banging and all that, and it was never about violence and all that. It was more so about the hustle. It was about the grind, the grit, and they wanted me to make some of myself. So my community was like, we about to help you get on your feet. And I basically would force people to teach me the street life because they like, no, you want to do music, you good at it. Get out of here, go do something more. And I'd be like, no, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. And everybody was like, bro, stay out of this, man. Go to school, go rap, go do this, you young. And I'm like, I want to learn this, you know? So when I learned and was like, dang, this life, man, let me try a different life, you know what I mean? And once I was able to make it out, I never looked back like to that, you know?
So you mentioned also knowing people that, like somebody right here who was shot and killed. Do you know multiple people that were killed?
So, I mean, growing up as a kid, I mean, it was normal. He was like one of the first ones that I remember, like, I remember having a video game I couldn't beat. So then I brought my game system, my Xbox over his house, and he helped me beat that level. And then you hear about he got killed. I remember being like, well, this is what it hurted me. I think I was like 13, 14. It hurted. I was like 13. It hurted bad, but I'm like, well, this is just how the life go around here. This is just what it's like. You have friends. When you get older, they die. They go to jail. They move. And I remember that kind of like really cutting off my emotions. Like, I can be sad for him, but I'm like, welcome to the streets. It might happen to me next, but am I gonna be ready for it, or am I gonna defend myself when death come my way, or am I not? And for him, I'm like, he was a good kid, and that made me become more worse. Like, when he died,
Death
I was
tries
like,
to come
okay,
from
he was
me.
a
He's
sweet
gonna
kid. I
get
can't be a sweet
garroted by
kid
the
like that,
nearest
'cause I
blunt
need
weapon.
my life, you know? And that's kind of what turned me towards more like being more
Gets too
aggressive
close,
and
I'll rip
violent.
his
'Cause it
jaw
was
off.
like, I can't be like that, you know what I mean? He was too friendly. And in a neighborhood like this, when we was growing up, it was like you only respect it
him
when
with
you
that
walk
too.
around and you don't take nothing. So that's when he died, it was like I kept losing people all the time. But, you know, it became a part of the life, like I said, and it really
Another one
shaped
of
me
those plexiglass doors.
to have a strong mindset that I have. And now I'm like, you know, I still lose people to this day. And it's one of them things where I'm like, it gave me the mental strength. You know, it could have broke me, but it gave me the mental strength that I have now. Yeah, all right, cool. So it's some houses being renovated.
Yeah, I wanted to see some of those as well. Like, what's up? Have you ever been around this house? These back ones?
Yeah, you good. We good, man. Just, yeah, you can figure out what's going on.
There we go. Yeah, because if you look, almost every house here is abandoned on your street. You know, all four of these right in a row are abandoned. Then you got the ones right there abandoned.
It was thriving. I remember right here. This is where my friends used to live. I think this is where, like, I kissed my first girl right here.
Aww.
I have friends who lived there. I used to bully the kid who used to live in this house right here. You know, like I said,
This one or this one?
This one right here. I think it was this house. Maybe this one. Yeah, once I started getting picked on, I didn't know how to turn it off. And I was like, all right, look, y'all got me in it. So,
You
yeah,
got me involved in it, now it's gonna come back your way.
Like, I was cool with everybody. You know, these is our friends. You know, they was like family. We ain't even call them friends. We call them like family because I knew I could always go there, and if my mama wasn't home, I can go sleep at their house until my mama got home. That's what it was like. And when I say I've never found a community in my life like this, and that's what really make me want to help restore this, because it's like nowadays we live on social media. Even me, I have a very small friend group. Like, I try to make friends with people and it just did not happen. You know what I mean? Like, for me, most of my life is business or social media. Business or social media. I got a few friends, dating and all that, you know, but other than that, like, my daily life is very like me and myself, me and myself, me and myself. And it's hard because I remember growing up, like I said, if I was bored, I can go knock on the door. Oh, come in, Trey, look, dinner ready. Oh, look, boom, we got an extra plate for you. And, you know, I had a guy who was like my brother right there. He got killed when, you know, we got older, and, you know, he leaned more into the streets. You know, when I was like 15, I found a way out through music, but to him, he ain't find that way out, and he ended up getting killed and all that. He was in the streets too. But like I said, to me, that was my life, you know what I mean? Losing friends and like some of the closest people to me, you know? Yeah. But for me, I look back at it as like, it's war. Like, life to me is war. And I think even if you're not from a neighborhood, life is still war. Even if you don't grow up in a rough neighborhood, it's still war mentally. I ain't never seen as many people out here on this block like this. This is crazy.
Dude, there's a lot now.
It's a party.
I've never seen as many people out here. No, like, real talk was, since like when I be out here chilling, like, I had people do cleanups, but this is different.
Yeah.
So y'all know the Big Sean, the rapper?
Yeah.
So me and Big Sean did an event, but the city of Detroit invited me to perform there and open up for Big Sean with my song About a Block. It's like a rage type song. Big Sean did the event, shut down the block, and then he did a whole event there. We did a meet and greet. Like, I met him for the first time, gave him one of these shirts. He posted it on his Instagram. And then he donated $500,000 into the Boys and Girls Club, but it's no windows, so you can't tell. But if you go in there, you will be like, oh my God, it's like,
They made it really nice.
it's a gaming room, it's like a performance, it's like a performance stage, a studio for recording. It's crazy. But Big Sean, yeah, he come here like every year and do stuff in the neighborhood.
That's so dope.
But I mean, that's pretty much it, like, when it comes to this neighborhood.
So in like, I'd say 2 minutes, can you describe what you're doing, like right now? Like, what's the purpose of your entire organization?
So I bought the house in the 4 lots. I'm trying to get the money to get that renovated. It's $90,000 to renovate this house. I've been selling these shirts. People bought them in Switzerland. They bought them in all around Europe. They've been buying them around Michigan, Detroit. $100 per shirt. I signed it and all that. And it goes to just keep up with the property. So this house, so the lots right there, it's like $100 to get all that mowed. So I use that to kind of get out here and do the work, put the money right back into it and all that, and just be able to do it. The goal is to buy as many vacant lots as I can. You see vacant lots over here, but to rebuild houses, even if I'm doing storage containers. But on a residential level, I want to build as many houses and redevelop as many houses as possible, as the money that I can get, because I'm surrounded by major developers all around Detroit who've done this already. You know, 60-year-old multimillionaires who've already done this, that's from Detroit too. So I'm seeking a
Other Detroiters that want to help
I want to
Detroit.
start small.
Good
get
place
this
to
done,
start.
But the overall goal is to keep building these houses and renovating these houses. And then when we get to the main street, you know, start acquiring some of the apartment buildings and hopefully open up some mixed-use buildings where it's commercial real estate. Where, like, let's say we got a clothing store where we selling About a Block shirts under like an apartment building. And it's apartment buildings I've already been looking at. But I found out that it's people overseas that already bought these properties and they sitting on them. So I would have to come offer them a reasonable enough offer with investor help to get them to sell to me. Other than that, they're gonna keep holding on until we build the neighborhood back. So it's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, I wanna get as much as I can. Let's say even if I only get 20 pieces of property, to me, that's a big goal.
Right.
It's not even about just buying it and selling it. I wanna own some, so I'll always have equity in the neighborhood and ownership, and also have a footprint in the neighborhood as a developer. You know, so yeah.
And start something.
Exactly.
You know, people will follow suit.
Exactly. And have other people doing it, yeah.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge? Like, what's the biggest hurdle right now?
So like I said, I brought developers over here already, multiple developers, and they said, hey, the neighborhood is too abandoned. It doesn't look like nothing's coming back. But like I said, this house got new siding on it. This was fully abandoned, just like the house next to it. That one that's getting siding on it is getting developed. The house I grew up in, it's another house on the corner that's getting new siding and all that. They put sidewalks in. These sidewalks was not here. So they starting to do this for a reason. So the biggest challenge is getting people to put money. But I did hear from the mayor of Detroit that main street we was just on is getting a $2 million development. So they doing something with the youth center. They redoing the street. And I heard this last year. Now you see all that construction on the main street? Yeah. I'm like, damn, it's really happening for real. So the city of Detroit is putting $2 million into that main street, and you can already see them doing construction on it right now. So
I mean, that house was
That alone is already a
abandoned.
sign that
yeah,
something's
was
coming
fully
back.
abandoned, just like the house next to it.
And it looks great.
I know, that's crazy, but we about to see all these. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get my money up with these grants or loans, whatever I got to do in order to, you know, get that one house done. So then they said once I get one house done, that will open up so many doors for me. And that's what it is. But, you know, I ain't trying to take no shortcuts. I'm just trying to, I'm doing the work. I'm working hard. You know, I've been a part of
Once
a
again, the
massive
grind set
development
and the
group in
whole
Detroit. I made it to the
focused
final
mindset.
level. And then they told me, hey, I didn't make the final cut. It was me and one other person. They chose that other person, but they would have gave me a budget to really pull off what I'm trying to do. But they didn't give me the reason why I got dropped from the program. And
It's crazy. It's just crazy to me to see, like, how abandoned some of the neighborhoods here are.
yeah, it is like complete. Some neighborhoods is abandoned. Like the whole neighborhood is abandoned. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. So yeah. And then when I travel, like you go to Chicago, you don't see nothing like this.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll bring it to y'all. So I do videos all about gun safety. I do this because I like guns too. This is my AR. Got the light on there, all that, you know. I'm about to get the double drum for it too. Yeah, that's the AR. See, I be trying to tell people we can be thugged out and do all that, but it ain't got to be illegal. The police can't do nothing with me for this. So I try to tell them. Then I only got all these on me because I was moving them and all that. And then I got my personal Glock 45.
Nice.
It's my little collection. But most of my videos be because of this. But I do get it when the police pull up and they, oh, let me see your license, because I am one of the first people that I know that's licensed and registered for a lot of this. So the way I look and all that, I get it, you know. But I be telling the police, like, look, you know, it's certain ways to do it, you know. So when he was saying, like, it's where we live at and all that, where I'm from, a lot of people don't have that and be able to do it the way I do it. So I be educating people, like, look, man, look, this how you do it. Open carry laws. I can legally walk around if I got this registered like this without a gun license.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I do that too because, like, you know, my people got my back, but it's like everywhere I go, like, you know, even in the suburbs, you know, like, people recognize me and all that. So, and then I like guns. I like fun.
Well,
This is one of my favorite, huh?
And there's some scary f***ing people out there, man.
Everywhere in life.
Everywhere.
Man. Stuff happens everywhere we go, man. Like, but I love my guns too, so. That's why they like me though, because one thing I noticed when I was with the
Boys
mayor, this is an important
Magazine.
part, they was like, what about the graffiti? What about the crime? What about the violence? A lot of people don't respect most people that come to the city. And I've gained a lot of respect from the people you should be scared of in every part. When I go through the city of Detroit by myself, I got respect from the people that you have to be worried about. And they don't respect everybody. That's a big thing. That's because I know their language. I know their culture. I speak it. Even though me, like, I do really well in business, I can still be my regular ghetto self because that's what's relatable. When I came back wearing suits all the time and wanted to do all that and not have all the tattoos, I got more of this when I started realizing, like, no, this is what they look up to, a lot of the youth. So I'm like, you know, it's a comfortable feeling. Like, I'm good at my business. And so that's the main thing, too, I want to leave people with. Like, you know, I'm one of the ones that's making an example. Like, man, that's how you do it. Let's go register this. You can buy. You ain't got to run from the police, you know. But they already on it, you know.
You can buy, you can have a card.
Yeah,
you be
know?
you
And
be
they can't say
cautious. You
shit.
be quiet. You listen. And you reply back in kind, and give them that license. They'll be like, "Oh shit, no, you're good." Because even they have to understand you need to defend yourself once in a while. Neighborhoods are what they are sometimes, sadly. I live on a rather quiet area again right now. Somewhere in Detroit.
Nice to meet you.
Connor and Colin?
Yeah.
Connor and Colin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yesterday we came here, it was not really good lighting. So.
There might be a squatter on the second floor. I don't know. So just be quick. Just a warning. Yeah, there's some.
So right now we're inside a previously was funeral home, but in 1930 this place shut down and it was struck by lightning on the roof. So the owner had no more money to repair it and it was already in decline. So then it turned to a like art and music like school, and that went on till I think 1986 when that place closed because they couldn't keep up because of funds. They tried a lot of fundraisers, 7 fundraisers to keep it going, and it worked a little bit, but then they just couldn't keep it up, and that closed for good. And here we are in a building exploring it to this day. So we're gonna see variations of funeral home blended in as an art school, which is gonna be cool.
And
Be interesting.
Houdini?
Oh yes, the best part. Houdini was actually embalmed here. So in 1926, when he passed away, he was shipped to this funeral home where he was all packaged up pretty much. So that's
Packaged
nuts.
up.
You like that, right?
Packaged up.
It's all packaged up.
Little ball
Well,
on
that
top.
boy ain't getting on the box this time.
Dude, Houdini though, bro.
That's fucking crazy, actually.
So explorers right now, we're just looking through, seeing if there's any before pictures we can tie into now. I mean, this place has seen better days, you can tell.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right?
I mean, this place has seen better days. There's a giant hole in the wall.
Was involved here. That is nuts. Harry Houdini, come on.
Damn, bro.
This is sick.
Holy fuck. This is spooky.
Beautiful.
Ah, where's Lurch? The one lone roller skate. That's not unnerving.
Must have been expensive to build this building.
Some high ceilings. Interesting little mural up there. Sing us a song on the piano, man.
This is really cool.
Sing us a song.
I don't really get to do like urbex shit ever. I mean, I've done like a little bit of stuff, but nothing nothing crazy. Like this is something like this is completely new to me.
That's crazy. Josh, he's a virgin urbexer.
It's cool. It's cool, right? You never know what you go through too, because like sometimes you're like, you go through like the craziest buildings and you can match up before pictures of what it looks like, and you're like, dude, this is sick because it's all destroyed now, and it's like, how to get like that, or, and then it's like, sometimes you just run into some crazy people inside, and you're like, oh shit.
What's the craziest thing
for me?
Person you've ever run into?
Honestly, dude, I've been really lucky, and I've never really had issues ever. Like I had people run out thinking I was someone crazy, and so yeah, like I never even ran into like something too bad. Like I haven't even
too wild yet.
At least off the top of my head, I might be forgetting something, but yeah.
So you scared?
I scared
people.
I scared people.
It doesn't
That's
look
it.
I get that feeling.
That's the thing,
What do you think, audience? Do I scare you? Somebody's on the vocal synth.
It's always crazy coming into buildings like this and just thinking, like, when this was in full operation, like, what it looked like, how many people worked here for how long,
How many people walk these halls?
how many bodies were involved here in this specific case. It's crazy to think about. But some buildings have, like, a really creepy vibe. Not really that creepy. What are you doing in the women's restroom?
Yeah.
Nothing.
These are clearly pink stalls.
Yeah, and my favorite color is pink, boy. Dun, 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 dun.
We caught him on camera. Time to expose him.
On camera in 40K. And I think 720p. Actually, I don't even think it's 720p. Might be 420.
This way. And you got the center aisle, and then they'd have the service like right up here.
Yeah, literally. That's probably what it was. Is right where that thing was where we're all looking
Okay,
for
there's
the
another
person.
gentleman here with a face mask on.
There's not even graffiti here. I didn't even see any.
Nobody wants to fuck with the funeral home. That's some afterlife bad karma coming your way for doing something like that, I would feel.
Bro, this place is here.
That's some clear voices. Oh, that's the other. That's the other guys, maybe.
Famous last words. One more shot. One more shot. Have either of you watched Derby yesterday?
No, my mom sent me a thing. She's like, pick a horse.
Make me nervous. Wait for something to peek around the damn corner.
And I was in the service, we went twice.
Church and House?
Yeah. We hopped a freight train to get there.
Oh my god, how fun is that?
It was pretty cool. Kind of dirty, but.
Right, but okay, it's a memory you're gonna have forever.
Actually did that 2 years in a row.
So the closest I got to a derby was just going their track was
I don't think I've ever been in one.
He's kind of general high alert right now.
No, you can hear him having a whole conversation up there. I'm pretty sure.
No, that wasn't
they're
them.
just taking pictures. He was saying, like, can I do one more shot?
Oh. Wait, what happened?
It might be new.
Yeah. That shot. What? There's people up here?
Have you seen homeless?
I think that might be right though. Cause we heard them when it was just us two waiting for y'all. We heard them up there. I heard them on the steps. I was like, but we didn't go up and look. He said hello, but no one responded.
Is there anything cool up there that we need to see?
Then ball.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Yeah. I mean, it's all of us.
Nah, we're just hanging. Big guy first. Come on.
The big boys first. Don't scare them out.
Oh. Hello. We're just exploring. We thought we heard someone. We weren't sure.
Huh, that was
How
us.
did you guys get over there? Oh, does it cut through? Oh, dang, that's good to know. I thought it was barricaded.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Cool.
I mean, they look normal.
That's what the weird ones always want you to think. Yeah.
Door's still locked. God, look at all that poop.
Yeah.
There's another piano here. And another piano here.
Come on, Lurch. It's a field day up in here.
Or Passover. Something that I was thinking about before heading into a building like this, since we've been doing a documentary about Detroit murders history, it's like I wonder how many murder victims were embalmed here, people who were shot. I wonder how many stories this building specifically has seen. Because when you come to a building like this, it's the end of the line. This is where you're prepared, and this is where like the final words officially are spoken about a person. So there had to be so many crazy stories and lives that really culminated right here in this one building. Also, very pressing grief and sadness for all the loss and the services that happened here. You can feel it. Dude, 2 more pianos.
That's a lovely little mural.
A reflection of myself. I shall create a masterpiece, reflect my genius and virtuosity. I will honor my soul, my body, and spirit. What is this? Guess fortune? If anyone knows what that says. Humor, genius, and virtuoso. Grand Master.
It's filled.
What is it?
I don't know.
What does it say?
Pro, whatever that
Yes.
says. And it's like thick.
Well, let's look it up. What is ProMath?
Azine?
Polydimethyl.
So close.
You got some syrup in there?
Yeah, $20 for someone who chugs that for the video.
Polydimethyl.
$20 if you chug it and become a zombie.
Bro, this is fire. All the records, all their music notes just flooding out of the closet. That is like some Tim Burton art, right?
That's crazy.
That is really cool. I just love that.
Because this was a music school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all like church music. Christian anthems.
church music.
Shadow March. That's creepy.
Oh, they're shooting too. Oh, never mind. Oh, you guys shoot. You're good. You're good. I didn't even know. I was trying to explore. You're good.
Oh, yeah, 4 seconds. Okay, begin.
These were the people that we were hearing earlier.
We just want to know who might still be here. We have some little toys.
Suit.
Suit. Skin suit. Or
suit for a funeral. Buried in a suit. A lot of people are buried in a suit. My name's Colin. Were you buried?
Sit here.
Huh. Sit here.
Gruesome.
Gruesome. So you were embalmed here?
Gate.
Gate. I just looked through the window at a gate this way.
And up to the pearly gates too.
That tapping is weird.
Do you remember when Harry Houdini was brought in here?
How did you die?
Unknown. Probably.
Was it an unsolved murder?
I will tell you my name.
Okay, go ahead.
What's your name?
Skulls.
Skulls for the Skull Throne. By the way, don't mind me if I go a little weirdly limp. I'm just kind of chillaxing back in the chair. Don't
name's
have a really good
Colin.
angle.
Velvet curtains.
Oh, I didn't even see these. Those are sick.
Stay there. Colin.
What? We've never gotten that.
And it spelled like yours too.
Colin, stay there.
So, was your name Colin? Or are you talking about me?
Necromancer.
Oh.
Yeah, we're talking to the dead right now. We're trying to.
It's funny, I probably wouldn't like that.
I trust you.
If it was like a Christian person.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's like all this stuff that we've been seeing around here, it's all just Christian stuff. So they're like, necromancer.
And they said when you're talking, I trust you.
How'd you die?
Satan.
The devil took you? Is that what you're trying to say? We're trying to figure out right now.
Actually, I think that's supposed to be
physically
satin,
how you
like the
died.
satin curtains.
Can you tell us that? Like heart attack, murdered.
Julie.
Ah, Julie.
Allies.
I'm really.
Analyze
Nice
artwork.
And this was an art school.
Art school, yeah.
Oh shit, that's true. Well, there is a lot of artwork around here. What are we looking for in the art?
We're looking for the cat.
Try to hear.
Try to.
Hear. About that. I'm trying to hear. I bet this place was really nice back in the day.
Right.
There's so much art. I mean, that's really strange that this was an art school. What about the art do you want us to discover?
Clouded. Father. Necro.
Necro?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, dude. Clouded father, necro. Don't press it. It's telling us we shouldn't even be ghost hunting here. In a weird way. Do you not like the...
I'm getting like a weird pressure.
Yeah, it feels weird in here all of a sudden.
Are you saying we shouldn't investigate for ghosts in this building because you're religious and you feel like we might not get to heaven, or it stops our connection with a heavenly father?
Ronald. Sacrifice.
Dude, maybe some weird shit happened in this building. And
Well, they were saying there's only one tag in this whole building, and it looks like some sort of ritual kind of shit.
Where?
It's upstairs.
Let's go look at it. Alright, tell us about this sacrifice that happened.
Pressure.
Oh. Hi there.
I was literally just saying how I'm feeling like a weird pressure.
Dude, that's crazy. You literally... 9, return.
Nice English.
Ghost there.
Infected.
Infected.
Possessed.
It's throwing a lot of words out there. Some interesting stuff, but nothing that's really attached.
This is like the only graffiti tag in the whole building that we've seen.
North, south, east, west.
Anybody online have any idea what that could be? You can look
Not
here.
sure.
Huh?
It could be pseudo-religious, but it just looks like a tag. Come back by yourself. Ooh.
No.
I don't like that.
Just kind of slow.
creepy
From Connor.
So was a ritual of some sort performed right here? That's why there's that graffiti tag, and you're talking about Satan, necromancy. Because this room feels dark. And whatever you are, seem to be a little negative.
I still have that fucking pressure.
Where the two paths cross.
Where the two paths cross.
Cross.
Whoa! What the
Okay.
Where the two paths cross and cross. Bro, are you kidding? Look at what this area right
And
here
it's
is.
weird it's saying like where the two paths cross.
I know, and look it, bro.
Way.
You're going the wrong way, right when we left. And dude, look it. This is the hallway right here, and it connects right here. It crosses right here at this door. Judith.
Possessed.
Again, dude.
Right when you walked in. That's when I said it last time.
Right when I said it. So, was somebody trying to conjure something in here? And they did some sort of a ritual? Bro, what the f? Look at how creepy this shit is.
That's what they were trying to conjure.
Wendy. Basement.
Basement? They were just talking about going to the basement. I just heard them talking about it.
Bum, bum,
So you were conjured up here, but you live in the basement now?
Powerful.
Dude, this is crazy actually, bro. This is a little creepy.
This is weird though.
What are you?
It's very strange looking design, I'll give you that. Not sure that's really
Tell
meant
us
to be
what you
anything,
are.
but other than graffiti, it is a little
Witness.
So you're a witness? You...
Harold.
Harold!
Again.
Wait, bro.
Wait.
This is not a game.
Connor.
Huh.
Harold. Who was embalmed here?
Oh my god.
Are we talking to the
Harry
fucking ghost of
Houdini?
Harry Houdini?
What the fuck?
Maybe he said witness because he was here when this happened. You know what I mean? I've heard weirder theories, but witness Harold, Harry Houdini.
Harold 2 times.
Right
We
now.
got Harold downstairs too.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's here with us.
Maybe.
Hey Harry.
It says right now too, yeah. Harry Houdini, are you really here? Can you give us a sign that you're here? It's weird, because this is like a magical looking ceremony. Harry Houdini probably would have been interested in what they were doing.
Right.
They said both of our names, dude. It's like...
Like that shit.
So Harry's
Don't
here.
like that shit.
What was conjured with this thing?
Nightmare.
Oh, there's a reply. A nightmare matter.
Do some ghost time.
Bro, it's crazy shit.
Let me see this, bro.
It said both of our names on our devices.
I've never seen it once say mine. And this thing, what the fuck is this thing?
Dude, I don't know. Did you guys see the like the sink for the blood over there?
Wow.
Wait, was this the embalming room?
This is the embalming room.
What? No, we didn't even know that, bro. Holy.
Dude, like,
Dude,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
absolutely
The big
mental
drain on
that
the
we didn't
floor
even know that this
and-
was the embalming room.
What the
And this is
hell?
where Harry Houdini.
I mean, it makes sense because
Embalmed would
remember
be embalmed.
the elevator's right over here. The elevator going up is this one right over
Well,
here.
if someone was gonna do some sort of a ritual, this would definitely be.
I think that's what the sign
Wait and see.
Some kind of satanic shit.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
On the door.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, it looks like some. I mean, it's a symbol.
Well, it's a compass, but it's saying Harold 2 times.
Oh, it also said basement. When do you guys want to go down there?
They're down there right now.
They are?
Suffered.
Oh shit, we should go, Connor.
Yeah.
How do you get down there?
I'll show you guys.
Stay away. Spirit box.
Stay away. There you go.
Did y'all talk to him?
Yeah, they were cool. Yeah, they were photographers.
Move forward. Dude, go forward and move forward. In a row. Body! Where's this baby doll? Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's all the way in the back. Good luck, dude. We just yeah.
Yes. Oh my lord.
There's a couple of the baby dolls.
Or they're just naturally in the cellar. No, they walk down.
That's true.
So what's the most haunted place you guys know?
How weird is this? Our device said Colin, and there's a book by Colin Powell right here.
What the f? As we're leaving, there's some dude's head. Man, Colin, see him. Yo! Bro, he's heavy. Oh my god.
Dude, that's wild.
That's freaky. That's probably the best find of the spot. That guy?
What the f is that?
I don't know, dude.
He's just in a box.
Yeah, his head's in the box. What's in the box?
It's a head in a box.
What's in the box? Her pretty little head of lettuce.
Tonight's episode of The Paranormal Files, which is also going to be an episode of Murder in America, is really dark. So right now we have a guy who, according to himself and the government, has murdered over 30 people coming to our Airbnb. Some would call him a hitman, other people a serial killer, a man who kills for money, but his name's Nate Boone Kraft. He's been in a lot of documentaries about Detroit, and he's known as Detroit's #1 hitman, the Grim Reaper. So, I don't know. Just feels fucking weird. I've never met somebody who's killed someone before.
Mr. Kraft
Definitely
back
haven't
in?
had them come over to the
Just
Airbnb.
for a little bit.
Now, he seems like a nice enough guy, but definitely a little intimidating when you think about the body count. And we're gonna interview him. All right.
So we're setting
10,
up right
20
now
minutes.
for the murderer to be here in the basement. I'm just gonna straight up ask you, like, what are you thinking right now? Does it feel weird or anything? That
Yeah, it feels very fucking strange inviting someone who's murdered people into the place that you're like staying.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Like,
I mean, it's definitely taboo. Like,
yeah.
shelter is supposed to make you feel safe. Right now, we're inviting a danger
into
our shelter.
That's how I
Safe.
feel too. I'm thinking like it's been a while since he killed anyone,
Yeah.
so I feel like he's already, he's not gonna hurt us. But it's just, it really is
This
weird.
just kind of
Like,
smacks
it's
of
really
uneasy.
weird. So he's gonna be here in 5 minutes. So I don't know. I mean, we're setting up down here.
We did
Colin's
react
getting
to
ready. It's
the
just-
Boone interview.
So we're deciding to film the interview down here in the basement of our Airbnb. It's 8 o'clock now, so he should be here really any second. We have our stuff set up. What'd you just say?
It's just a really weird feeling knowing that we're about to talk to someone who's killed a lot of people.
Right here.
Exactly.
Do you live in Detroit still?
No.
No? Did you drive in for this?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
It's
How many people
That
would
good
you say
old
you
chuckle.
killed in total?
30.
30? Are there... Well, I guess I'll just go through the short, kind of. What was your preferred method to execute people? Or was it kind of varying?
Basically, it was a barrier between my knife and my gun. If I could get close to you, I'm gonna use my knife. It's quiet and peaceful. But if I can't, and you see me coming and start, then I gotta plug you. But I'm hoping nobody else see this or hear this, because we start buying. It's just silencers from White Boy Rick father, and but of course they don't last that long after a couple.
It's
pull
already
them
available
things
on
back
channel.
loud.
Go ahead and watch it.
He's
Yep.
selling us some cheap.
Do you, sorry, do you regret any of those deaths?
No, tell you the same thing I told the judge. Why should I feel regret? The judge just mad because they didn't get a chance to prosecute him, sentence him, prison. Me, I said, well, see, I did it the easy way. I just cut you out, judge, and sent him straight to hell. But they need to have been judged. I did. Judge that they was in his lifestyle. Boom. What if somebody do that to you? Whoopie do. I won't know it, will I? I'm dead. See, y'all think I'm afraid of death? I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid that somebody might take my food, like that sucker did in Wayne County Child Development Center. And I don't know if he's still alive or not, but if he is, remember me?
So what would you guys do with the bodies typically?
We take the bodies nowhere. Me and a couple of the guys used to introduce them to the tree shredder. Those are guys that people like, whatever happened to such and such? Man, he must have left town. I said, yeah, he probably left state. A whole lot of guys was running from Michigan because we was out there putting in work. And when they find out, hey man, y'all made them guys list. What? Who the hell put us on there? Hey, we just know that Brown Brothers looking for y'all.
And what would earn somebody kind of getting onto an actual hit list? Like, what was the biggest reason people would get whacked?
They be want to take over somebody else's area, put their mans in it, or they out there running their mouth about what they ain't gonna pay, what they supposed to owe. That's how Mr. Chemical got it. He run around talking about he ain't paying the brothers nothing. He went and bought him a bin. And of course, we found out about it. We drove over there. Me, Boo, I think it was Mark too. Me, Boo, and Mark. Because I know we sat outside the club. Sure enough, here he comes out. I said, we ain't gonna do him out front of all those people. They said, no. We know that Black Ben is over there as he is. We gonna follow him. And as soon as we get a chance to pull up on him or just to get behind him, we gonna light his ass up. I said, okay, just try not to get him out with a bunch of goddamn cars that are people at. So we're gonna try to hit him wherever we can. That gotta be hit, talking about what he ain't gonna pay. So, sure enough, he jumped on that freeway. When he jumped on that freeway, I said, oh shit, here it comes. Cause the freeway at that time in the morning was damn near empty. So we got the van and we pulling them down on the freeway. We get right there on the side of him. He finally looked over and I guess he decided to just lay across the seat because I know he could have took off his coat. And we just started, doom. We flying down 75. I mean, the large freeway. We flying down there behind that bin. Now, the van can't catch it, but we still lighting it up. All suddenly, it seemed like the bin just started rolling to the side and it stops. Which car them talking, okay, get the hell out. I said, no, stop, let me out. So when they let me out, I said, y'all go here. I'll find my way home. I want to make sure this dead. So I go up there to the car. I said, I'll be dead. This not even dead. He laughed like, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh no, you talked all that shit about what you gonna do and you ain't gonna pay and how you would come after us. Time is over. I hit his pockets. I hit his glove box. Got his trunk. Got everything that I could. I stripped him of anything that the police could, verify. I took his title registry. I took everything. Cleaned his wallet. I just packed up everything. I said, this way they won't find out who he is for a while. Now, I didn't know that my people knew him until, as a matter of fact, he was in a house that we used to own. Because like I said, I found out about people afterwards or it should be beforehand. But that boy could have just kept his mouth shaking. See, people be out there talking about, what I ain't worried about just, no, the guy you said you ain't worried about, You just made them look like punk, talking about what you don't give a damn. So now they gonna come after you. If they don't, everybody gonna say, man, them motherfuckers ain't shit. Which car talked about them like a dog and they ain't do nothing. You talk about us like that, somebody gonna come after you. Or if we give you drugs and you wanna run off with it, that's another killer. If you don't wanna pay us on time, or you come up with phony money, see, that never happened to me, but the phony money came in after I got out of prison. Somebody was pushing phony money, buying drugs, and which car them found out, and they went after the boy. I was like, especially when they started shooting at the bus, I was sitting there watching them. Then when they got through, they jumped back in the van, I was like, why you keep standing out there? Y'all feel all right now? What you mean? Got y'all jackets. Who in the fuck was shooting at us? Y'all was shooting at each other. You got this fool in the middle, and y'all shooting. You know the bullets gonna go through him?
Goofies.
Coming for whoever's in the way.
Nitwits.
They thought about like, man, shit. That's when maybe a day or two later, which car said his boy wanted to shoot me in the back of the head. He never told me why. I think he said because I was getting too well known again. Meaning that people had stopped paying attention to him because I was back home. And I put in work the quiet way. I don't go out there and have 1,000 witnesses. But Chuck told me that which car wanted to shoot me in the back of the head, but he told him, don't. And that's the only reason why I'm alive, because he stopped which car to shoot me in the back of the head. I was like, I don't know if I can believe that or not. But he told me that while we was in prison. And I figured that he might be just telling me that because he think I'm gonna cut his throat while he's sleeping. Because he's the one that shot me with that AK.
So when you were given a hit to carry out, you didn't know like the person, or it was just kind of like?
Well, I know what they did and who they was, because I had my friends check on them, find out where they live, where they go, what they do, and make sure we find out everything there is about them before we do the hit. I ain't gonna go out there and kill somebody that's not involved with the game. If you ain't involved with the game, you ain't gotta worry about me. I won't do it, but these other fools will.
Did you get revenge on the guys who shot you all up?
Oh, the one that hit me with the AK, he came to the same prison I was at, but the prosecutor had told me, don't you do anything to him. I said, I can do anything with him, because he wanted to be there in the prison where you at. He said that he don't want to get his booty taken. I got out on the street, I used to always scare them with that. I said, man, when you go to prison, oh man, you gonna make somebody a beautiful wife. Man, I ain't no punk. You ain't gotta be. They gonna take you, and you gonna love it later. Man, I ain't going to prison. It's all about a shootout. I said, that's the thought I want them to think. Police try to pull y'all over, you better get out and blast at them. Boo did one day. The police tried to pull him over on West Grand Boulevard, and he got out and blasted at that, jumped back and took off. Of course, later on, he turned himself in with his lawyer, and he beat the case. I don't know how, but he beat that case. But basically it's just power want more power until there is no power to take. So let's say you the top dog and I'm underneath you. I'm seeing you raking in all this money. I'll knock this off and take his money. And that's what people out here thinking be. Now, the boy might say, no, man, my boy would never do that. Yeah, we thought the same thing. And you see what Boo was doing? Boo was going around knocking off anybody who knew about him killing anybody or doing anything. And when he finally got down to several people, they finally figured it out. So they went upstairs and shot Boo in the head while he was in bed. Because they know Boo was telling them to kill all these people off, and they killing them, but it's their own mans. So it finally dawned on them, hey man, we're killing anybody that knew about Boo mixed up in anything. Wait a minute, we know that.
Shit.
They took it on their own to go do it. I ain't never known nobody to retire. They either get murdered, prison, handicapped, but there is no such thing as retirement. Like a lot of guys talk, oh man, Boom be lying. If I'm lying, you tell me what happened then. Mr. He's lying. Shit, I got court documents, paperwork and everything to show that what I testified against and what I said, even took a lie detector test to show that I was telling the truth. Even got that. I got everything. But am I gonna show it to y'all? Nah. Wait for the movie deal.
I got 2 more questions.
Yep, waiting for that movie.
1, did the best friends ever use torture people? Because like the cartel will.
Well, see, they grab some people and beat them up or stab them and shit like that. Yeah, that's a little torture. Me, I believe in the real torture. Like I told them, no. I don't need y'all around to watch me do what I'm finna do to this fool. Like when they had grabbed me. I didn't cry when they had took me upstairs in that attic and started torturing my fingers with irons and shit. They're like, he ain't crying. Oh, you want me to cry? Go get your mama to give me some head. I'll cry. Because I was trying to piss him off so he could just pull the trigger and kill me quicker. Then sit there and try to just torture every goddamn finger, flapping that iron to it.
Do you have any enemies as of now in 2024?
If I do, I don't know about them. And those that I do know about, I don't think they want to turn back the hands of time. Because like I tell people, hey, I can be killed. I'm a human being just like anyone else is. But if you come for me and I find out that you're trying to come for me, I'm going to come for you with all force. Remember now, I never gave up my means. I just gave up those 6 people. That's it. They wanted me to give up more people, but I can't do that unless y'all let me walk all the way. Other than that, just these 6 people that I believe that were responsible for killing my little brother and trying to kill me. And these are people y'all really want anyway. I snitched on the that was trying to kill me and killed my little brother. Now, people can't understand that, like I say. Let me come and kill your brother or your mama, and you know it's me, but don't you tell. That's snitching. Yeah, I'm going after you with everything I can. And all because I got caught up on this murder? Okay. But I'm gonna give y'all up and bring you in there with me. I ain't gonna let y'all stay out there while I'm serving time. No, I'm gonna give you up, bring you in there with me, and we gonna keep on fighting until either I'm dead or y'all dead. But the fight don't stop. I got no loyalty to a motherfucker that killed my little brother. Loyalty went out the window.
So I got one more question. This is it. Is there any story that you have of like a hit that sticks out to you that you go back to and think about, something that happened?
Well, I think about that one hit because that man shouldn't have been killed. That was an innocent man. That tears me up every now and then. I still think of it as of today. I had to see a psych when I got out because it was really eating me up. The psych said, but you didn't pull the trigger on that. I said, no, but I was there. And I had told the man, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move the cab. When Wichita came out and got in that cab and everybody started running up on it, no. Cab driver got scared. Put it in drive and took off. He wound up catching it and dies. But they still run over there to the cab because they still want to make sure this in the back is dead. Excuse my word, I'm sorry for using that N-word. But they wanted to make sure he was dead. They opened the back of the cab up. Boom, 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 boom. By that time, I felt something hit me. I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody throwing something at me. Then I'm still hearing gunshots. I'm thinking the gunshot coming from them doing that to cab. Nah, these people back here shooting into me. It was a double cross to kill Boone while he was there. I was like, oh man. But yeah, That's the only regret I had, that that cab driver was an innocent man with a family and didn't have nothing to do with none of that. He was just on a call, picking up somebody, finna take him somewhere else when that messed up on him. Because I even asked the prosecutor, is there any way I can send them some money? He said, no, we don't want you doing any, don't reach out to these people. I said, okay. So I left it alone. But it would never get out of me because I still think about it, but at least I don't break down no more. But I was breaking down real bad. And I just felt sorry for him.
But I guess at the end of the day, you kind of got a happier ending to your life specifically because you're alive, you're not in prison right now. Would you say that that's better than what happened with other people that you knew?
Not really, because served my time, got out, lost everything I had, and wind up a cripple. And like I said, either prison, death, or cripple. There's no such thing as retirement. If people understand what I'm saying. But I wound up, messed up, so now I get SSI. That's how I basically make my living now. I live off SSI and live a quiet, peaceful life. I mean, you're never too old to pull the trigger. But I advise people, don't get in that lifestyle. If you can, please. Pick something else to get in, because those are only 3 things you can look for. Prison, death, or cripple. Can y'all tell me one person that y'all know retired? And I don't want them to know about the low people that made some money on it and then they bagged out. I'm talking about people after they get up on the kingpin level. Somebody gonna want your power.
In the process of filming this documentary, we had been on quite the journey. We had investigated abandoned murder hotspots, schools, a funeral home. We explored the most dangerous neighborhood in Detroit. We interviewed a victim, interviewed a killer, and it felt like we had gotten to know half of the city of Detroit in the process. But before we headed home the next day, back to Houston, we knew that we had one more stop to make before our trip was truly complete.
This McDonald's in Detroit has been given the nickname Murder Mac by locals because of the number of individuals who have lost their lives in or around the restaurant. From a baby who was killed in its parents' arms by a stray bullet to gang violence, this McDonald's has seen it all.
Now Murder Mac still has a gas station next to it, though. BP.
I think we're good to go.
Did you read any other stories? Do you know any stories that people? I know it's like 6 or 7 people that is reported that I've seen.
Yeah, that's all that I literally learned about it right before we took off in our car.
Yeah, but it's on Joy Road here, guys. We're pulling up to it now. Oh, by the way, the other thing I read, fun fact, this was the first McDonald's in all Detroit to get bulletproof glass. This one.
Really?
Literally,
Good Lord.
yeah, I read
I
it.
wonder why.
Bulletproof glass.
I'm gonna go in and get a water.
Yeah, let's go check it.
I was in Atlanta, they got a murder Kroger there, where 3 people have been murdered in the parking lot.
Well, here we are.
I mean, none of the buildings are even in use here.
It really doesn't look that bad at all.
Murder Mac.
It makes me want a burger or something, like a small fryer. It's on the order for Murder Mac. So when we got inside there, I only got to show you a little bit. I didn't want to just go film the McDonald's area, which I did want to, but people were fighting already in the back making their food, and it was a really small McDonald's. I've never seen anything like it, and it was different for sure. But yeah, that's Murder Mac though. This is the history about it and things like that. Just going to, all around Detroit, hitting up some abandoned places and showing you guys some stuff.
Wait now!
That's crazy.
I'm on my way on Dexter and Hollywood, guys. Y'all should meet us up there.
Hey, you're chilling down there at the store?
I'm coming to get me something to eat, and then I'm headed over there.
That's wild. All right.
Yeah, and I stay right down the street. Y'all on Joy Road. Y'all on Exit 9. Nah, this the Murder Mac. This another one.
What do you know? What do you know about Murder Mac?
Oh, well, I know you back in the day they called it Murder Mac because you might get murdered up here.
Facts.
Yeah, you might get murdered. Let's get out these people away. 'Cause you might murder them.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, I'll see you.
All right, see y'all soon.
Yep.
Nice seeing y'all.
Yep. Wow. So just for some
all in the
context,
hood, man.
I don't know if this is coming out before or after, but we did a
Just
video on a
bumping
guy
into everybody
that's
in the
trying
hood.
to buy back
Not
his block,
again.
and that's one of the
That's
people
good.
we interviewed. So if that video's out first or last, that's just nuts.
Oh. Not getting that way. Look like a fire took most or some of it.
Smells kind of like Spaceship Earth and Epcot, if you know what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure. Not experienced that.
Danger, keep out. Condemned as dangerous and unsafe. No way. This is fucking crazy. So I'm cutting the footage here because I thought I was rolling on this, but somebody actually had just pulled a gun on us right when I started rolling. We had gone up to that abandoned school. We were swarmed by a mob of children, I would say ages 8 to maybe 15 years old. They were all grabbing my camera, trying to grab the stuff out of our hands, shouting out their Instagram handles. And then another kid came up, running through the little hole in the school, and pulled out a pistol and asked us what we were doing there, why we were there. He was eyeing us. I mean, he was holding the pistol right up to his chest. It was terrifying. You can ask the other two guys that I was with. We all had to really defuse the situation, and it ended up being like we were almost held hostage for about 10 minutes while this kid was asking us questions while holding what I can assume was a loaded handgun in his hand. There was also one point when one of the children was like screaming or making some sort of a noise, and the guy with the gun literally put the gun up to the kid's head, grabbed them, screamed in the air, and I thought that I was about to witness a murder. It was horrifying. We were already inside of this area, so we had to keep exploring. But if you see us a little bit wired up and on edge in this footage, that's why. Because, yeah, I thought I got the footage of it. I didn't end up getting it. I had clicked pause on the recording right before this happened, and it was terrifying. It's definitely one of the scariest things that I've gone through, and it only got worse from there.
I'm going to tell. See, they're right here. They're right here.
All right, guys. You have a great rest of your day. Oh, shit.
You good? Yeah, I can hold the camera for you.
Yeah, it's in my back. Yeah, don't mind the creepy man.
About a creepy man on the third floor.
This is the auditorium.
Oh, dude.
Dude, we fucking did it. This is crazy.
All right, guys. So right now we are in the Cooley High School. Is this the high school? Cooley High School here in Detroit, Michigan. This place was abandoned around 2009, 2010 when attendance levels dropped severely, and it's a very, very creepy place. But something that makes this even eerier is the fact that I believe in 2018, could be wrong on the year, don't quote me on it, but a woman's body was found in the parking lot of this abandoned school. She had been stabbed to death. So there's some dark history here, and yeah, we'll talk more about it in a second.
Well, they're gonna get us caught, man.
Let's go that way. Right. Dude, this is so sick.
Very interesting, but also those kids are really dang annoying.
We'll have to come back here.
Come back here.
Holy shit, dog.
So I'm not gonna say this too loud, but those kids that were out here said that there's a man on the 3rd floor who could harm you. And one of them had a fucking gun that he pulled out.
What's in here?
This is the locker room.
Cody Cardinals.
Dude, this is cool.
Oh shit. Dude, that's so sick.
It's kind of wild.
So, one thing I will say is this school, according to people that I know that have been here, people that are here with me, I'm going to shout them out. And the people we just talked to is that this place is fucking notorious and dangerous.
Are they like okay?
This is super sick. This is some shit that should have had a fucking respirator for.
Yeah. Dude, do you think we should like? He had a gun, man. Like that's fucked.
You're telling me I've never seen some fucking shit like that.
How old was that kid? Like fucking 12, 13?
15 max.
Maybe.
This is the least safe situation I think I've been in years.
Kid right there.
Ironic, there's a bunch of kids outside the school. Dude, it's so crazy to look at this shit. Wow. This is fucking ominous, guys. This is fucking creepy.
So this is definitely one of the biggest, if not probably is the biggest abandoned school that I've ever been to. One thing I will point out is it's fucking weird to me to, kind of like I said before, when we did the other school, see how these places become abandoned, and you imagine the kids running in the track and the teachers and the parents and everybody that was involved in making this place what it was. You can almost imagine their ghosts kind of doing laps or playing basketball. Also, I'm kind of scared.
I'm a little bit on edge. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'm just talking to myself. Woohoo!
I'm just talking to myself because I'm on my edges and I'm about to go crazy.
Those rooms look so... Can you kill that light for a sec? Bro, that natural light is crazy. Doesn't that just look f***ing scary?
I'm gonna say F.
What do you guys think about the guy they said that's on the 3rd floor? Do you think that's real?
I've heard it's a rumor, but I mean, like I told you guys in the car, that could be the homeless guy that they're talking. And we're on the 2nd floor right now.
I know. Well,
We actually may be on the 3rd floor because they may be counting the basement, because some people do.
probably not the best idea, but it would make for an interesting clip. Oh, dude.
What did you say?
Is this like a part of the... Is this like the school rooms?
These are classrooms.
Oh my god, dude. Bro, this is eerie. Pitch black in here. This is definitely a place where I feel like you find a dead body.
Right.
Somewhere up in one of these rooms. Oh, bro, this is crazy. Oh my god.
So yeah, you can see right here, we're actually up above the auditorium. Now, why do you guys think that this auditorium is so big? Just population size?
Population. I think this school had like, I don't even remember if I'm remembering the numbers right, 4,000 students at a time.
That's crazy.
2 to 4,000, I think I read.
Like, this looks like a f***ing performing arts theater.
It does.
it was voted, I think, if I remember right, one of the most beautiful auditoriums before the fire, obviously, in the country.
For abandoned stuff?
No, for like when it was active.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Just imagining all the kids sitting here. Holy shit. Dude, this hallway's so long, my light can't even get close to the end of it. It's like being in f***ing hell.
Looks like this place caught on fire.
Damn.
Ooh.
Dude, this school is crazy.
Is this
how
like a library or
ornate
something?
this
That's
is.
some interesting architecture.
It's crazy to think all this work, the materials, the artsmanship, all for this. Just to be gone. This is like really nice, dude.
That this place to renovate it would cost me like over $50 million.
Holy shit.
I wouldn't be
No wonder.
surprised. This place is wild.
Third floor.
What the f is that? Yeah. I don't know if I want to know. Should we go up to the third floor? See if the man's there?
Looks like a garbage bag. I think it's just a bag of garbage.
Smells like shit. Alright guys, we're going to the third floor now. This is where the kids said there is a dangerous man who lives. So
I don't know. Seems to be playing with graffiti up there. that's crazy. Interesting that all these people Still have the
respected
sketch up
this
on
enough to leave it like that.
It is weird. It's weirdly common that I see stuff like this just left alone.
Really?
Like there will be like look at that. I guess they did graffiti that side, but like they left that, you know.
Super cool.
Bro, too bad we were on close to like Flint. It's too bad we were on close to Flint. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy that it's still bright as heck outside, yet pitch black within the school walls.
Oh, we gotta go find that creepy man that's apparently in here. No, I don't.
Nope, don't want to find the creepy man. Creepy man can stay hiding in the shadows. We don't need to bother him.
It always fucking
Sorry for the flashlight.
Meth.
Might have been a lab.
Meth lab?
Yeah.
They did write it on the door.
Demon.
very much like a maze in here.
Just the ringing of your ears, you know.
There's a stairway that one guy climbed.
Yeah.
That's psychopathic that he did that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cat food right here.
Ew. Oh, dude, that's filthy. God.
Careful the floor.
You see all those bugs in there?
Mm-hmm. All the ants.
Oh.
All right, guys, we're on the second floor, kind of at an intersection between hallways. Everyone agreed that this area seems just a little bit creepier than the others, so I'm just gonna run a spirit box for 5 minutes and see if we get any
Some
voices.
ghost materials and see what we bump into.
Is there somebody here with us right now? Can you say yes, hi, or hello? Can you say hi or hello, please?
All right, maybe you don't want to say hi or hello. Could you say your name very clearly for us?
Maybe down here? Just try to say your name really clearly. Is there anyone here? Can you describe what I'm pointing at over there? What's that room? Is it dangerous to be in here? Can you tell me?
Ooh.
Has anyone ever been killed in here?
Interesting.
Yeah. How were they killed? I heard that. Pull the trigger, dude. Someone was shot in here. That's what you're saying? You just said murdered, yeah, and pull the trigger. So yes, someone was shot? Yeah,
Yes, son.
Where was this person shot at in the school? In this big room, the auditorium?
Room under you.
Downstairs? Are you saying someone was shot downstairs? What room number did this happen in? Can you say the room number?
What room number? Say it really clearly.
Ready? Turn off your lights. Ready?
Dude.
That's
Like,
messed
you
up.
can't see anything.
Let me see. Wait, turn that back off 1 second.
Compare.
Yeah.
You even adjust it?
Yeah, I'm going all the way. Damn, that looks eerie.
Some high exposure on there, yeah. Yikes.
Can we walk around this floor?
No, I don't think so. All the kids were down
Yeah, let's walk down here real quick.
Yeah, you can tell those kids have been at it down here more. A lot more mess.
Look at that. Hall. Right? So this app, a lot of people don't believe in apps. I know the developer. There's a piece of technology called the Obelisk that...
This is the...
Oh, shit. Dude. That's crazy. Look at that. It's solid marble. This whole thing.
They really don't make them like that anymore.
What's fucking real? YouTube wouldn't monetize you for that.
See, it's fake. Can't demonetize.
I mean, even this, it's hollow, but just the materials here.
Just yowza.
Saw that. I know, man.
Architecture in this place is stunning.
Really is. Place is wild. Such a damn shame that no one can use it right now.
I'm hiding here.
Pentagrams, and there's a bunch of little pentagrams that spray across each one of them.
Sunset's beautiful. Look at that.
Ironic, right?
You might want to what?
Do you hear that?
What?
Is that coming from inside? It sounds like a girl screaming and howling.
I thought I heard it from the corner.
I thought it was over there.
I
Maybe
can't
you heard
fucking
that.
tell.
I
I know I
heard
heard it.
crashing at first.
Oh, I heard that for sure.
Hell's in there?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's Detroit.
Pill bottle right outside. And the condom wrapper over there. Funny enough.
Yikes.
Yeah, Park Street. That's
Hmm? Afraid someone's gonna think this is. Alright, but I'm trying to hold this out, but there's obviously privacy going on.
right. And this means the flashlight.
It's dangerous. He says this is the place you don't know. Like no matter who you are. It doesn't matter if I've lived here your whole life or you're visiting, you know, like you are. Like it doesn't like this place is not.
Just because it's violent?
I don't know the exact reason, I'd assume so.
Well, we should get the out of here, huh?
Yeah.
So, people don't like to come here because it's like violent.
It's like got a bad rap. It's got a bad rap, yeah.
Is this like one of the more dangerous neighborhoods?
That's what Chevelle told me. Like, recently, obviously, like, what the case that is. Yeah. But she just says she doesn't go around here. She didn't really give me specifics.
That's a little scary to find out.
Yeah.
Is this? Do you see this? This tree.
Oh wow! I didn't know.
What's the deal with that? Is that actually just growing in here because it's abandoned?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that's wild.
It's funny.
Mhm.
I know this part of the building was built after, like the main building, significantly after.
Like we saw with
Interesting.
Trey, they put plexiglass up here in Detroit to stop people from entering abandoned buildings. And this is crazy because there you can see there's a whole ass tree and leaves on the other side of this glass.
I have never seen something like that. That's freaking wild, dude.
So I forgot to point this out. That parking lot right there is where the woman's body was found when she was murdered. Don't know if she was killed in there and dragged out, killed in the parking lot. Do you remember?
I think she was killed in the parking lot.
Oh, killed in the parking lot. And then he saw a person, what was it? Pulling a pig out across the street and bigging it?
Yeah, like the head was gone, and I was in the street, and we drove by, the pig head was there, and then we drove past it, and he was beating the pig's body with a stick or something. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was crazy.
Beating a pig's dead body in the street outside of this building.
crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
I mean, I'd like to see it and
That's
catch
a
it on
different level,
camera,
yeah.
but- Wow.
So it's midnight right now. We got our flight canceled today going home from Detroit. And I just went on the internet and booked a hotel that was nearby. I ended up booking a murder hotel. It was actually in this hotel that we're staying in where a Delta Airlines flight attendant named Nancy Ludwig was murdered on February 17th, 1991. Now, I'll just keep this short and simple. Covering history like this, it's so interesting. Nancy checked into her room here at the hotel, and the next morning she was found bound, gagged. She had been assaulted, and her throat was then slashed. Here in this hotel that we randomly just checked into, and Connor and I were eating dinner, talking to our waitress at the hotel, and she told us this story, and it's just crazy. Now, eventually the guy was caught, only after 11 years though. It took them 11 years to find this guy and bring him to justice for murdering Nancy, and it turns out he was a serial killer who had previously in 1986 murdered a college professor and gotten away with it. And he was sentenced eventually in 2002, 11 years after Nancy's murder. We also heard from the woman at the restaurant that Dr. Jack Kevorkian did some of his assisted procedures here in the hotel. And interestingly enough, the waitress that was serving us, or whatever, however you would call that, attending our table, she said that just last night she was in the kitchen and she heard so many noises she had to get the security guard to walk her out to her car because she was so afraid. They all think this place is haunted. Just crazy how even when you try to quit, when you try to get out, when you try to escape the darkness, even for just an evening, just to get a rest here in Detroit, the darkness finds you. It found us. And what a fitting way to end the trip. Never would have thought that just checking in here. I'm tired though. I'm gonna go to bed.
Tired though. Time for nappy naps. We'll see you all in the morning.
At the end of the day, we had explored every possible angle in the city of Detroit. We had visited abandoned industrial buildings. We had visited decrepit old schools. We even went through a funeral home where the dead of Detroit passed through on their way out of life. And like I mentioned before, we interviewed locals. We interviewed a guy who was shot in Detroit, and we interviewed a guy who had shot what he claims is about 30 people in Detroit. So I don't know exactly what this documentary was. When I set out to start doing this, I wanted to create a documentary about the abandoned side of Detroit with Josh. But what this whole project ended up morphing into was a critical look at not only the state of Detroit, but of the violence that occurs in the city as well. This was a really wild, really crazy journey, and I feel like I learned a lot. At the end of the day, I love the city of Detroit. I had an absolutely amazing time there. We made some good friends, ate some incredible Detroit-style deep dish pizza, and we had some experiences that I'll never forget. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. Would you visit the same abandoned places that we did in Detroit? Would you be brave enough to do what we did in this documentary? I'm kind of curious to know. But either way, we will be back next week with another incredible documentary, the best documentary I think we might have ever done, investigating a sex trafficking ring. And yeah, thanks for sticking around this long. I love each and every one of you that has made it
have a
all
look
the way
and
to
see
the end
what
of
the
this
disclaimer
video.
is on that
It's
one.
Colin here. Thank you so much for watching, and stay spooky.
But otherwise, we still plan to do the next Twin Paranormal from this week here tonight. And we'll see about trying to get caught up on the last, most recent episode of Paranormal Files, depending on what the topic is, of course. Because also YouTube and all that jazz, you never know. And we are trying to focus on the paranormal stuff here. But if they do a paranormal investigation of sorts, we'll have a look at it. But anyways, that's Paranormal Files stuff there. You can check out our channel stuff either by the links down below. You can either find the social medias. You can find the second live streaming channel on Twitch, And you can also find the merch store where you can find lovely attire like the one on my skeletal frame right here. And do consider buying some of that. We don't make much money off of it. We just want to make stuff that people might be interested in. But that's it for today. Thank you all again for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all again next time. Pleasant dreams.